And good evening to you. Welcome to high school football action on Central Illinois Sports, live tonight from Petersburg, Illinois, as the PORTA-A Blue Jays play host to the Pittsfield Sockies. Alongside John Hull and Justin Poor, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. A pair of 3 and 5 teams looking to end their seasons with a high note and get ready for the next football season, as both of these teams very, very unlikely to be a qualifier in the playoffs at 4 and 5, but still plenty to play for here tonight, and what we feel like should be a really good matchup. On the Great Rivers Bank pregame show this evening, we'll take a look at what else is going on around the Sangamo and WIVC conferences. We'll have our visit with Zaki head coach Zach Ferguson and more. Hope you'll stay tuned. Back with more after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Now is the time to fall into savings at Little Jess. During Ram Power Days, you can save over $15,000 on a 25 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Night Edition. Get it for just $48.9 or drive it for $0 down and only $579 per month. Buy a new 24 Ram 2500 Crew Cab for only $44.9 when you take advantage of over $10,000 in savings. Or drive the new 24 Jeep Wrangler 4-door for only $399 per month. Plus 0% financing plus generous rebates available on most new models. Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week. Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate. Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. The sun setting on the west side of this football field. Really a great night for high school football action here in week 9, and when you could see a lot of different types of weather, not too bad, as we get ready for this kickoff tonight between the 3 and 5 PORTA-A Blue Jays and the 3 and 5 Pittsfield Sockies. In Sangamo action tonight, Athens is actually on the road. They're all the way to Oregon. Now, that's not the same team Illinois is playing tomorrow, but that's in Illinois, a 4 and 4 Oregon team, as Athens looks to finish their season with a win. Coming into the night, they are 2 and 6. Auburn playing host to Stanford Olympia. A home game for Moreau Forsyth against New Berlin, what could be a good matchup. And then Pleasant Plains is playing host to Williamsville. Standings in the Sangamo. Williamsville, with the win over Moreau Forsyth last week, became the conference champion. They're 7-1 overall and 7-0 in conference play, followed by New Berlin and Moreau, both at 7-1 on the season. Then Olympia's 5-3. And then you've got a couple of these squads, Pittsfield and Porta, both 3-5, 2-6 for Athens, Plains, and Auburn, And, of course, Riverton did not participate in the football season on the varsity side this year. For this PORTA-A team, started out the year on a little bit of a rough skid, mostly because you'll find out why in a moment because of who they were playing. Lost 54-40 to Olympia, then fell to Williamsville 49-14, lost to New Berlin 59-16, and then were defeated by Maroa 67-30. So about as tough of a start to the season as you could get on your schedule. Got their first win in Week 5 against Pleasant Plains 28-21, lost to Auburn in a close game 48-34, beat Athens 24-22, and took the forfeit win over Riverton last week. Pittsfield opened their season with a loss to Jacksonville 26-14 before defeating Athens 14-7 in Week 2. A 4-game losing streak for the Sakis saw them lose 43-34 to Olympia, 21-12 to Williamsville, 35-0 against New Berlin, and 50-8 against Maroa Forsyth, before rebounding with back-to-back wins, 41-14 over Pleasant Plains and 42-21 against Auburn. In the WIVC crossover games this week, it's Beardstown playing host to Calhoun, a tough one there. A good game that you can also watch live here on Central Illinois Sports is Camp Point Central at West Central. Triumpia travels to Greenfield Northwestern. Route is at Carrollton. That's tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Minden Unity playing host to North Green this evening, as North Green trying to get back-to-back wins for the first time in quite a while. And then Brown County is home against Pleasant Hill in what could actually be a game that might be a little closer, I think, than some people are predicting. That Pleasant Hill squad, although their record just 2-6, is a pretty solid squad with good line play up front, and they could give that Brown County team some trouble if the Hornets aren't ready to go. Here it's the PORTA-A Blue Jays and the Pittsfield Sakis. We'll step aside on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, our visit with Saki head coach Zach Ferguson. More your way after this.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Before I started at DOT, like a real low point in my life, I just lost my house and I just wanted something to get myself back on my feet. I met a driver named John and he was like, man, come to DOT. They'll pay for your school, they'll pay for your CDLs. I applied and ever since then I've been very grateful. Since I've been here, I've had the opportunity to save money to buy me a home within the next couple months. It's definitely been great. When my life needed direction, I took the wheel.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
Visiting with Pittsfield Hockey head coach Zach Ferguson in preparation of the Week 9 matchup with Petersburg Porta. And Coach, you look at your program, you look at Porta's program, you both have had an improvement from where you were a year ago, and tonight's matchup looks to be pretty even when you look at it on paper.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're very physical. They're big up front. They got a couple running backs who run really hard. They are a little more advanced in the passing game than they have been. I mean, it should be a very fun game.
You know, it's interesting when you take a look at the Sangamon Conference, tough conference year in and year out. There's a little more parity this year, but, I mean, we even saw last week that Williamsville-Maroa game. The juggernauts are still the juggernauts.
Yeah, I mean, the top dogs are the top dogs, but it's also, it has been little more competitive. Even for us, like, we're playing teams that we haven't played close for a while, since we've been in the conference. But I think part of that is just because of our kids we have. So, there's a little more level playing field. But when you get those two programs together, it's always a battle. But looking at the rest of the conference, it's a lot even more even than it has been in a long time.
You take a look at the game from last week. You're down 7-6 at halftime. Kids come out big in the second half. I think you'd like to get off to a little hotter start, and that's probably one of your focus points, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we talked about that this week because we didn't start very good last week on either side of the ball. Granted, the kids responded well after halftime and put up 35. So we want to have a better start because this is the type of team where if they get a lead, they're going to milk the clock down, and our possessions on offense are going to be limited just by what they do.
We've talked about how good your line play has been all year, and you put a kid and a freshman in Hunter Waters in last week, and I'm telling you, if you didn't know that kid was a freshman or hadn't been playing all year, you wouldn't know because your offense just didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, he really stepped up. He did. He honestly exceeded my expectations. But he also has, a couple guys right next to him with Clayton and Zane, who are very smart kids who helped him out help him with the mental side of it because the kid's got the physical tools. But I know having those two guys on each side definitely gave him a little bit more calming factor. But I was very pleased with how he played.
How many factors go into playing a kid that's a freshman in a varsity game, especially in this conference? There's a lot of things to weigh, I would say.
Yeah, one thing is positional because it's a little different when you're talking about a QB or a running back versus a lineman. The other thing is their body physically ready for that type of thing. And then lastly, is the kid ready? Hunter, I felt like he was mentally ready where if we needed him, he could step up into that situation. So, it's never one of those, I never want to start a freshman, but sometimes you have to just because of situations. But I'm not going to put a freshman in who I don't think is going to be successful. And he kind of, he proved myself and, myself, I'm going to say right, but he proved my suspicions correct when I thought he would give us a pretty good chance at that position.
You saw Lane Foster go over 1,000 yards for the season. It's been a while since we had a 1,000-yard back, and quite honestly, with a big game tonight, you could have 2 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what looking at we have over 2,000 yards rushing this year, which is a lot compared to what we've had. Lane's over 1,000, Jesse's over 800. So depending on who they kind of want to defend, it could we could have 2 1,000-yard rushers, and that hasn't happened since I believe 2009. So it's been a long time since we've had that success, and those guys are going to tie it to their O-line, tight ends, and even the wide receivers blocking downfield. So it's nice to have success offensively, and it's nice to see some of these kids get rewarded for their hard work.
It's neat to see when kids buy in and they're willing to play a role because let's be honest, you've got skill kids, Taylor Graham, Carter Frazier, Hayden Gratton, Bodie Marable, kids that on some of these other programs maybe are running a spread this year are getting a lot of touches and really could be some of your star players, quote unquote. And it's not that Jonas Anderson doesn't have the ability to throw, it's just that your running game has been so dominant. There's just really no reason to go to that as much. But big for those kids to buy into that concept because it very easily could be the opposite.
Yeah, we are at run for. We're averaging 7 yards a carry. That's better than a lot of passing teams. So, those guys understand. Like they may get one ball a game, they may get no throws at them in a game. So the fact that they're doing what they've been doing, especially on a perimeter game, and giving the effort they need to give, is a testament to their character and their ability to put the team first. Because there's times where we're not ready to throw the ball like we have in the past, and we're just not made for that. And with our line and as successful as our running game has been, there hasn't really been a point that we need to do that.
I know you've still got the game tonight, obviously, and then I think you're going to try to play a JV game on Monday with PORTA if everything works out well. Kind of overall, assess what you feel like where the program's at. It feels like you had some decent growth points at all levels.
Yeah, the freshmen finished last night at 4-3, and they've really been playing well the last 3 games. It's been a group that lost a couple close ones at the beginning of the year and kind of figuring out some different dynamics with a few kids, but they've played really well the last few weeks. JV wise, overall they've had pretty competitive games, and that's a hard level to play because you don't necessarily get to practice with each other. So And then, varsity, we're looking for 4 wins and, maybe that opportunity to get into the playoffs if we get that 4th win. And, I feel like we're getting to the point now where we're learning how to be competitive in this conference, and it's nice to see that at all levels.
That's Pittsfield side kid coach Zach Ferguson. We're back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Beard Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, proudly serving farmers since 1937. We know how important it is to your operation to keep you running. 4 convenient locations in Ashland, Arnsville, Pittsfield, and Hannibal, Missouri. Beard Implement Company, our people, your advantage.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. Helena Agri, Camp Point, Illinois, is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Central Illinois Athletics. For all your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agri, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, and Matt Hughes, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 593-7761 for Helena Agri of Camp Point.
In high school athletics, winning and losing is a part of the experience. Sportsmanship should also be part of the game at all times. That's why Farm and Home Supply and Refreshment Services Pepsi are teaming up to recognize the good sport of the week. Nominations for the weekly award can be made by messaging the Central Illinois Sports Facebook page. Help us recognize the good things about sports. Weekly winners will receive a $25 gift card to Farm and Home Supply. Again, send your nominations to the Central Illinois Sports Facebook page today. Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
Well, it's finally starting to feel like fall. Well, today, but maybe not tomorrow. But if you need something for the season, whether it's clothing, maybe some heaters, hunting gear, outdoor power equipment, or snacks for you and the pets, it's on sale now through October 27th. That's right, you can get 25% off all Wrangler Retro men's and women's jeans. Or you can get $8 off total savings on 40-pound bags of Heartland Harvest dog food. Get this padded swivel blind chair for under $50. And buy a select DeWalt outdoor power tool and get a free battery plus a $20 gift card. And no matter what space you have, we have a heater for you that's on sale.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Let's take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. From snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs, nobody has it like your local Farm and Home Supply. Learn more at farmandhomesupply.com. They're visiting Pittsfield Sockies 3-5 under head coach Zach Ferguson. They'll start up front. Clayton Reinhardt, he's a 6'1", 220-pound senior. At the left guard will be Hunter Waters, the 5'10", 240-pound freshman. And the left tackle is Zane Perry, the 6'3", 280-pound junior. The right guard is Owen Shaw, 6'1", 215 pounds, and a senior. And the right tackle is Cordell McKee, the 6', 230-pound senior. Draven Peterbow starts at the tight end. He's a 6'2", 225-pound senior. Wideouts tonight, Taylor Graham, the 6', 165-pound junior, and Carter Frazier, the 5'10", 160-pound senior. In the backfield for the Sockies at fullback, Jesse Davidsmeyer, the 5'9", 200-pound senior, and the halfback is Lane Foster, the 5'9", 140-pound senior. They'll play behind the quarterback, Jonas Anderson, the 6'2", 165-pound junior for the Sockies. For the PORTA-A Blue Jays, they are 3-5 on the season, and up front they'll start at center is Mason Hubner. He is a 5'10", 189.2-pound junior. At the right guard is Hunter Morris. He's a 6'3", 263-pound junior. And the right tackle is Camden Hayes. He's a 6'5", 229.5-pound senior. At the left guard is Jonathan McWhorter. He's a 6', 222.2-pound junior. And the left tackle is A.J. Ficus. He is a 5'9", 304-pound junior. At the wide receiver position, Logan Baker. He's a junior, 6', 162 pounds. And Isaac Reniker, the 6'3", 161-pound junior. Dane Giannone is the fullback. He is a 5'11", 199-pound senior. And at running back will be the sophomore, the 6'2", 177-pounder, Will O'Brien, along with Drew Marr, the 5'10", 142-pound senior. The quarterback is a sophomore. He's 6'1", 132 pounds. That's Lane McAnally. He is the son of head coach Lonnie McAnally. That's a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. We're about 6.5 minutes away from kickoff. We'll step aside for a break here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Back with more from Porta after this.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814. Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
In a world that seems to be out of control, your friends at First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois want you to know that the hope of God's love reaches out to you. God loves you and He has a purpose for your life. If you'd like to learn more about this, we invite you to join us at 8 a.m. or at 10:30 on Sunday mornings at 225 North Memorial Street in Pittsfield, or online at fccpittsfield.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois, a safe place to learn and grow.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
Pittsfield won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so PORTA-A Central will be back to receive tonight's opening kick. Tucker Cook, the kicker for the Sockies. And back deep, we see Isaac Reneker along with Drew Marr for the Blue Jays. Also back deep appears to be Deacon Stroop.
Number 5, Drew Marr. Number 14, Isaac Reneker. Back for the Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays in the camouflage uniforms with the blue pants and blue helmets. Sockies are in the white tops with the red pants and red helmets here this evening. It's week number 9, and the officials making sure everybody is set and ready to roll here.
They said we're going to start this game 2 minutes early. Why not?
Works for me.
It is 6:58, and all's well, they said. Time to kick it off. Expecting a really good matchup between these two teams this evening. Porta squad that, man, if you're going to place a futures bet, it would be a team that you'd be probably well worth your investment. All right, here's the kickoff from Cook. It's a line drive. Headed back, hits it about the 6 and finds its way into the end zone. And the PORTA-A Central Blue Jays will start first and 10 at their own 20-yard line to start the evening here in this first quarter. Tonight's contest brought to you in part by Bowler's Universe. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight. Saturdays, 4 to midnight. It's always a great time at Bowler's Universe. They'll have live music tomorrow night at Bowler's Universe as part of their Halloween celebration. Get your costume, grab some friends, and head out to Bowler's Universe in Pittsfield.
Sounded like they were maybe going to have prizes and everything for that, Charlie.
Oh, yeah, big-time prizes. Should be a good time there, as it always is with your friends at Bowler's Universe. Blue Jays come out with 2 receivers wide to the left, 2 to the right-hand side, and McAnally is under center. He's back to pass. Has some time now. Out of the flats as it completed to Will O'Brien. Pushed out of bounds near the 23-yard line. A gain of 3 yards on the play. He had to bring up a second down and 7. Sockies brought the blitz that time. Good job by the Porta offensive line to pick that up and gave McAnally some time to throw the ball. Second down and give him closer to a 4-yard gain. Look, that ball's at the 24. John.
I lied to you, I'm sorry.
Read. Second down, 4 yards to go. Same set, 2 wide to either side. McAnally's under center. He'll turn and hand it off. Running back fighting for yardage here. Really a good head of steam. It has the first down.
Hand off is the 21, Dane Giannone.
Giannone with the big run up to the 34-yard line. 10-yard gain on the play on a first and 10 for the Blue Jays. Good strong run by Giannone. Sets the Blue Jays up with a first and 10. Call the 33. Just underway here in quarter number 1.
Hash mark's kind of hard to see tonight.
Yep, the hash is in the middle of the field. The field in really nice shape, though, here in week 9. Kudos to the folks that work hard to make that happen. Trips left, single receiver to the right-hand side as McAnally is in the shotgun now. Going to throw a quick out to the left-hand side. Has it completed for a short gain up near the 35-yard line. Was that Marr on the catch?
McAnally's pass complete
It
to the
is.
5, Drew Marr.
Up to the 36-yard line. 3-yard gain of the play, second down and 7.
On the play. Marr was brought down.
Marr, of course, a
Blue Jays
good
36-yard line.
multi-sport athlete for this
2nd
program.
7, Jays.
Good basketball player, good baseball player. Played quarterback for the team a year ago, but has switched out to more of a wideout and running back position now here in his senior season. 5 seniors for the Blue Jays, so a lot of underclassmen for this squad. McAnally is in the shotgun again. Hands it off to the second back around the left-hand side. That's O'Brien. Penalty flag flies from the referee, and this one appears to be coming back due to a hold. And it will. Gained up too near the 37-yard line, so not a big gain either way on the play, but as it is, that penalty flag lays it about the 36, and will move it back to the 26-yard line and make it 2nd and 17. Blue Jays coming out and spreading some things out a little bit, but best play of the night so far was that just little quick hitter to the fullback and Giannone.
I was looking at their numbers before the game there. They really don't have a ton of offense from any one spot. It looks like they kind of get it from a little bit everywhere, a few passes, a few runs.
Well, balanced squad. Saki show blitz. Peterbow, who nearly was in the neutral zone, now he is. He tried hard, and then he finally accomplished it for the 5-yard penalty. That'll make it 2nd and 12 now. Trying to jump the snap count. Was very, very close the first time, and then, well, even closer the second. In fact, he got there. 2nd and 12 from the 31. 2 receivers wide to the right-hand side. A man wide to the left, and a man offset the line on the left-hand side as well. Man goes in motion, and Marr. Quarterback will keep it. McAnally looking for running room. Gets a good block. Cuts back to the middle of the field. Up across the 35 to the 37-yard line. 6-yard pickup on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Blue Jays.
Jumped a man there. Found a hole in the blocking there and cut back in.
Always good when your quarterback is not afraid to cut back to the middle of the field. That means he's not really very fearful of those linebackers coming back at him. And ran the ball well that time. 3rd down and 6 yards to go. 9:37 and counting in the opening quarter. More of a double wing set here. McAnally under center. Hard snap. Count. Did not draw Pittsfield offside. Pittsfield a 3-man front, and they've got the outside backers walked up a couple of yards as well. And we'll see the Blue Jays call a timeout as time was running short on the play clock. We'll pause as well on this Adams Fiber timeout for fast, reliable internet that doesn't buffer no matter what life throws at you. It's Adams Fiber. Visit followthefiber.net. Timeout taken by the Blue Jays, their first of the contest, with 9:17 to play in the first as the play clock was running short.
It's usually not good if you start burning timeouts this early in the game, but obviously it didn't have the play called that they felt comfortable running there, so.
Rather get the right play on this 3rd and 6. Could be a big play here already early in this contest from their own 37-yard line. 2 receivers, no, that's trips left, in fact. Single receiver to the right-hand side. Saki's again show blitz, now drop back. McAnally looking left the entire time. It is incomplete. A lot of traffic out there.
Intended for
Marr.
Marr.
Man was Marr, yep. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 6, and let's see what the Blue Jays want to do here. Seemed like it would be a situation where you would punt.
I feel like their punt range, yeah.
Looks like setting up for a punt.
Graham and Lawson back for the Sockies to receive the punt. Clock stopped with the incompletion with 9:13 to play here in the first.
I did hear that Maroa Forsyth punted for the first time last week.
And lost for the first time. Morris is the punter, stands at about his own 25, but not before a penalty flag and a false start. That'll move the ball back to the 32-yard line and make it a 4th and 11 now.
I was hoping it was not a defensive penalty, as that would have made it a...
Really close to first down, depending on what it was.
Yeah, don't think it would have been, but it would have been close.
It is 4th down now. Morris stands at about his own 21. Gets a good snap, puts his boot into this one. End-over-end kick. Pittsfield will let it bounce, and it will roll dead near the 32-yard line, we'll call it. And that's where Pittsfield will start 1st and 10 with 9:02 to play here. And the opening quarter as the Pittsfield offense gets ready to take the field for the first time in this contest.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
9:02 to play in the first. Pittsfield on the offensive side for the first time tonight from their own 32-yard line. I formation, single man wide to the right-hand side is Graham. Frazier to the left, and the pitch is outside to Foster. Foster looking for some running room, has a big hole on his feet, still across the 50, 45. He might take this one to the house. Being chased from behind near the 20, and is taken down near the Porta 16.
And off goes the 21, Taylor Graham.
Call it 18-yard line as Foster takes it all the way to the 18. A gain on the play of 50 yards and a 1st and 10 for the Sockies to the Porta 18-yard line.
Foster starts with a good run there to add to his, the last 2 weeks he's had over 200 yards each.
He had 260 yards last week, 270 the week before.
And then another game this year with 230-something.
He's over 1,000 yards on the season, but 760 of them have come in 3 games. Here's a handoff to Davidsmeyer. Davidsmeyer, big hole up the middle, runs over the would-be tackler down near the marker. In fact, it looks like he's got it down to the 6, a gain of 12 on the play. And it's a 1st and goal for the Sockies, who are in business on the offensive side early here with back-to-back games on the ground.
Jesse Davidsmeyer also coming into tonight's game with over 800 yards rushing, having a very good season himself.
It's been pretty solid, and this has been Pittsfield's. This is basically it on the offensive side of the year. I think they threw 2 passes last week. Most of it's on the ground and just running behind that big offensive line. Now they're in a double tight set. Handed off again to Davidsmeyer along the left-hand side. Drunk down near the 1. A gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
36, Jesse Davidsmeyer on the carry.
Both the backs with 3 touchdowns a week ago. O'Brien on the stop for Porta that time. Trying to punch it in here on the 2nd down as Bodie Marable comes in to add an extra blocker for the Sockies. They like this set. They'll go with the double tight, and then Marable will be offset on one side or the other.
Graham checks out.
And just trying to pound it across here. Sockies quick to the ball here. Anderson takes the snap, hands it off to Davidsmeyer. Left side, and he's in for a touchdown. 7:31 to play in the first. Davidsmeyer takes it in from a yard out, and the Sockies have an early 6-0 lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. So a big run by Foster to set up Pittsfield into Porta territory. And a couple of runs later, they knock it in for the first score of the night, and here's Marable on a try for the extra point attempt. The holder is Carter Frazier, it appears. Good snap, hold this down, the kick is up, it looks to be deep enough, and it is good. Pittsfield takes the lead 7-0, 7:31 to play in the first on Central Illinois Sports.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Well, the Sakis run the ball 5 times, get into the end zone at the 7:31 mark on a run by Davidsmeyer to take the 7-0 lead, and Cook ready to kick off for the second time tonight. Officials give the ready for play whistle. And this kick from Cook is another good one. A line drive going to be taken by Mart around the 70-yard line. Across the 10, 15, now 20-yard line. Looking for room along the sideline. And is tripped up and taken down up near the 25. Caught the 24 officially. And that's where the Blue Jays will start first and 10 with 7:25 to play here in the opening quarter. Our contest tonight brought to you by the Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County and the surrounding area since 1991. Check them out on a newsstand each Wednesday. So the Blue Jays had their drive stall out at the 32-yard line when they eventually punted. Looking to sustain a long drive here and try to get this game tied up. 2 receivers to the right-hand side, a single man to the left. McAnally is in the pistol. Takes the snap, hands it off to the deep back along the left-hand side. Giannone, I believe, is the ball carrier.
Running hard.
The way he finished that run, it looked like the same young man that ran it well earlier. Up to the 29-yard line, a solid 5-yard gain on first down. And it'll bring up a second down and around 5.
He did not go down easily. He was fighting for every yard he got.
He's a pretty good-sized young man at 5'11", 200 pounds, very stoutly built.
5-yard gain for
he and Davidsmeyer, pretty similar build. Although it's Davidsmeyer at 5'9", 200. Yeah, pretty close.
I would say that's light for Davidsmeyer.
It'd be light for me as well.
Yeah, me too.
Put a man in motion. O'Brien going to give it on an end around back this side. Man breaks a tackle. And look out, that's Marr on his feet. Up shy of midfield at the 45-yard line. A gain on the play of 16 yards in the first and 10 for the Blue Jays. Marr showing his quick step.
Good blocking there up front. They were able to open up a hole for him, and he was into the second level before the linebackers could even react.
First and 10 for the Blue Jays, up to their own 45-yard line. 6:18 to play in this verse as they break the huddle. 2 receivers to the left, a single man to the right side. McAnally will be under center now. Switching things up on the offensive looks. Give it to the first back through. That's Will O'Brien, and he's in Saki territory to the 48-yard line. Another pickup on that play of 7 yards, and it's 2nd and 7.
21 Taylor Graham on the stop.
O'Brien burst through the hole, and Graham was able to hold on for the tackle.
O'Brien is just a sophomore. He was impressive. We watched him play in the JV game a year ago, and that kid basically did whatever he wanted that night. He's had some pretty good success here as a sophomore at the varsity level as well. McAnally is under center. Puts a man in motion from the left to the right. He will fake to the motion man. Hand it off on a little counter play. Good job staying home that time by Archer. He'll stop O'Brien for a single-yard gain to the 47. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a short 2.
It is a very short 2. Maybe a yard and a half, really. The football, the nose of it is sitting just on the 46-yard line.
Ball to Saki, 46-yard line, 3rd and 1, Jays.
In what you would consider 4-down territory for this squad. But they'd just rather pick it up here on 3rd down with the Blue Jays. McAnally will be under center once again. Giannone is the running back. He goes back to pass. Now is flushed out of the pocket. He is going to be hit, still on his feet, fighting downfield. It's a jump ball, and it's knocked away. Wow, a long play. Took a while to develop there. Incomplete pass, and it's a 4th down now for the Blue Jays. Let's take a look at that one on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay. It seemed like he was running around in the backfield forever there. Had some time. You see Cook get a little pressure on him, and Smith.
He nearly slipped and went down on his own there. Kind of got crossed up in his own feet there, but.
Thanks to Sheila Davidsmeyer and the Northwestern Mutual crew for being our instant replay sponsor. Here's a handoff to Giannone on the left side. Has the first down. Stood up now, still fighting for more yardage as it's a slow whistle here. But they'll give him forward progress to the 43-yard line. Needed 2, got 3, and it's a first and 10 for the Blue Jays. I don't know what you guys think, but I'd be giving a heavy dose of that kid.
Yeah, I think so too.
Running backs do not love slow whistles like that, though. There's an awful lot of chances to get the ball ripped away if you're not securing it tightly.
4:19 and counting in the first as the Blue Jays have a first and 10 from the Pittsfield 43-yard line. McAnally hands it off to the deep back. That's O'Brien. Handoff exchange that time wasn't as smooth as they'd like it to be, but still a good gain on the play down near the 37-yard line. 6-yard pickup on the play.
Tackle made by 67 Cordell McKee.
2nd and 4 as McKee was in on the stop for the Sockies.
All right.
I agree.
Yeah, what he said.
Good push from this offensive line up front for the Blue Jays. Pittsfield may think about going to more than just a 3-man front.
4-man front, yeah.
Outside backers are walked up more like you would have defensive ends on a 5-man. Hard snap count here, trying to see what Pittsfield might be doing in a stunting type of situation. Now the Blue Jays with all kinds of movement as they'll go to an unbalanced set to the left-hand side. Handed off to the back end, Giannone. He'll be ridden down. Ball is out.
Should be down.
He was down by contact for sure. Down near the 33-yard line. Very, very close to the first down. I would think with that spot he would have it. And he does. Yeah, that'll be a first and 10 for the Blue Jays.
4-yard pickup on that?
Pick up a 4 on the play to the 33. And a first and 10. Clock rolling here. Been a quick first quarter.
32-yard line. First and 10, James.
McAnally puts O'Brien in motion. We'll hand it to him along the left-hand side. Stacked up there by Shaw and taken down. Near the line of scrimmage, no loss on the play, no gain. It's 2nd and 10.
Flag late there.
Penalty flag flies. What's this going to be about?
Somebody talking, I would say.
Referee will say it's a dead ball personal foul against the Sockies. And a dead ball personal foul against the Blue Jays. That'll offset. And it'll be 2nd down.
Dead ball personal fouls against.
So offsetting penalties here.
And Porta.
It's called the referee saying, hey, both of you need to shut your mouths. We're tired of listening to you.
Calm down. It's the first quarter, boys.
Usually when somebody is elevated, if you yell calm down at them, it usually helps.
Generally.
Yes. Works for my wife.
Yeah. Yikes. I was wondering where that black eye came from. McAnally under center. He'll hand it off. A little reverse play. Back to O'Brien. Shaw hits him in the backfield, but O'Brien breaks free, but won't break free of McKee that time, it looked like. Down to the 30-yard line. A pick up of 3 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd down and 7 now for the Blue Jays.
Saukee defense did not look like it was terribly fooled there, as Shaw could have had him tackled for probably a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Short. Man, nearly
not a great
shy.
spot.
Yeah, shy of the 30 to more like the 31. And it was a lot closer to 3rd and 8. 4 down territory here for the Blue Jays.
I know at least we have one viewer because I'm getting text messages now.
Trips to the right-hand side. McAnally is back to pass. Stands in the pocket, heaves it downfield, looking to the right, and it's going to be picked off right to the defensive back in Carter Frazier here. Frazier with the return up near the 43-yard line, and that's where Pittsfield will take over first and 10 with 1:34 to play in the first, as an overthrown ball and maybe a little miscommunication on the route that time. And the Sockies will have good field position up to the 44, it appears, is where they will set that, as you'll see the interception on the replay. Had good time in the pocket, did McAnally, but he and the receiver were either not on the same page or just an overthrow, because Frazier was the only man near the ball that time.
He was wide open.
Pittsfield starts 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Moved the ball quickly the first time they had it on the offensive side, looking to maintain that clip here. I formation behind the quarterback, Anderson. Hands it off to Davidsmeyer along the right-hand side. Dives forward up near the 49-yard line. 5-yard pickup on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Sockies. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank here to help you with your next auto, residential, and commercial loan. Give Damon a call, 217-285-4404. That's Damon Emmerich and Great Rivers Bank. 2nd and 5 for Pittsfield at their own 49-yard line. This play will come off with under a minute left in this first quarter. 7-0 Sockies on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Single receiver to the left-hand side is Graham. They'll hand it off to Foster. Not much running room there. Good tackle on the play for the Blue Jays, as it's a gain to the 49-yard line. 2-yard pickup on the play. And they'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 3. Ritter in on the stop for the Blue Jays. And looks like the Sockies will have to run one more play. It's a solid 3 yards to go here from the Blue Jay 49. Graham, the receiver to the left. Double tight set. Anderson takes the snap, hands it out to Davidsmeyer. Davidsmeyer is stood up. Ball comes out, and the Blue Jays have recovered it. That's Marr diving on the ball. As Davidsmeyer got stood up, the ball got punched out, and the Blue Jays take it right back. With 9.7 seconds to play in the first, they'll take over at their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10. So again, we talked about those running backs not liking that when the whistle takes a little longer, and here's why, as you'll see on the Northwestern Mutual replay. You see Davidsmeyer, he gets hit. It's in amongst that mess, and that ball just gets ripped out right at the last second. Good job by Marr to be right there to recover it for his squad.
I think Davidsmeyer would have been a little short anyway.
Well, I agree. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. McAnally puts a man in motion. He'll hand it off to the motion man coming back toward the near side of the field. Stood up there by Graham, as the ball carrier was O'Brien, I believe, that time. Or Marr. How about a Marr that time? Takes it to the 49-yard line, a gain of 2, and that'll be the final play of the first. After one, it's the Pittsfield Sockies on top of the Porta Blue Jays by a 7-0 count. Back with second quarter action after this.
Best Systems Auto Sales, located at 802 West Washington Street in Pittsfield between Best Systems Car Wash and O'Reilly Auto Parts, is the place to go for your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Check out this deal from Best Systems Auto Sales. This 2019 Jeep Compass Limited is priced to sell at just $22,500. With only 29,000 miles, leather interior, and new tires, this vehicle is ready to roll off the lot today. Contact Best Systems Auto Sales to take a test drive. 217-939-7664.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs, or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
Ready to start quarter number 2, a 7-0 advantage for Pittsfield. Porter with the ball to start the second quarter. 2nd and 8 from their own 49-yard line. Just got a takeaway on a fumble by the Sockies after Pittsfield got a takeaway on an interception.
Like in the other Central Illinois sports game, Camp Point Central with a 14-0 lead and headed to score again.
Ball carrier, a big gain on the play. I believe that's O'Brien again.
21 Dane Giannone on the carry.
Guessed wrong. Giannone, he's going to take it to the 40-yard line of Pittsfield. They'll pick up the play of 11 yards. And a 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. They're wearing those camouflage uniforms, and the
dark
numbers
yeah.
aren't the easiest thing in the world to recognize.
1st and 10, Jays.
First and 10 for the Blue Jays here. Ball carry is Giannone. He will be stood up after a short gain to the 37-yard line. 3-yard pickup on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
No.
Second out and about 7 yards to go here as they'll get the ball set. Forshee and Perry on that defensive line along with Cameron Smith here for the Sakis.
Was Giannoni
yes.
on the carry there, right? Okay.
Solid 3-yard pickup on first down. McAnally will set up under center once again. Hands it off to the deep back. No, he's back to pass. Has a man wide open. Marr. He's got it at the 10, the 5, and a touchdown for the Blue Jays. Marr with a big catch and scamper. A 37-yard pitch and catch. And with 10:43 to play in the second, it's a 7-6 score. Marr was wide open time. Had to kind of wait on it to allow McAnally to get his feet under him to make the throw. Blue Jays look to be going for 2 here to try to take the lead.
Blue Jays will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McAnally will be under center. Off balance line to the right-hand side. Ball carrier is near the goal line. Is he in? Yes, he is. 2-point conversion good as Giannoni gets in and makes it an 8-7. PORTA-A lead. 10 minutes, 43 seconds to play in the first half. Blue Jays take their first lead of the night. We're back with you after this timeout.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Blue Jays with the takeaway, and didn't take very long to get a score then. 2-point run was good, and PORTA-A Central has the 8-7 lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard.
The turnover led to the score. Saki's looking to make their 3rd possession maybe a little more productive this time.
Pittsfield has their hands team on the field, so they're expecting a possible onside attempt here. As
kicking off for the Blue Jays.
Morris will take a straight run at this one. And he will boot it deep. It'll be taken by Graham, but about the 16-yard line. Cuts back at the 25 and is taken out on a nice open field tackle by the Blue Jays. Forward progress to the 26, and that's where the Sakis will start this drive, 1st and 10, with 10:38 to play in the second quarter.
By 14, Isaac Riniger.
And Pittsfield trying for a little more ball security now after the giveaway.
I'll bet on the year, Davidsmeyer's probably only had 1 other fumble, maybe that I can think of, maybe 2, but
has been a problem for him, hasn't it?
It's not been a problem for him, yeah.
High formation here. Anderson signals to the wideout. He is back to pass, going to throw it up for grabs, and it'll be grabbed by Graham.
Good catch by Graham. Balled it for a second and then brought it in. Make sure he got in bounds.
Up near the 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard completion and a 1st and 10 for the Sakis.
About a 60-yard pass for 11 yards, but yeah.
It was in the air for a while here, as you'll see on the Northwestern Mutual replay.
Graham was brought down at the Saki 38-yard
kind of a pop fly up to Graham, but he went up and played the ball for the 1st down.
Anybody that's ever watched Jonas Anderson warm up and before the game, he has a good arm on him.
He does. Just has to have that confidence in himself to make those throws.
That's right.
He's still learning. Here's a run to Foster. Gets a good block from Davidsmeyer. Foster's got the corner. He's off to the races. Down the far sideline before he ducks out of bounds inside the Porta 45 to the 44-yard line. A pickup on the play of 23 yards at a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield.
Foster was
good lead block that time from Davidsmeyer on the end.
23-yard run brought his average down to 25 yards carry.
tough night. Just under 10 minutes to play in the half as he went out of bounds. Peterbow exits the field. And it looks like Grattan has checked in on the offensive side. Zocchies will have 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and Anderson is in the pistol. Put Foster in motion, fake the handoff to him, give it off to Davidsmeyer, right up the gut to the fullback. Gets down to the 39-yard line, 5-yard pickup on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Seen Grattan check in a few times on that set, and they have ran the in around with him and that fullback draw both. So it's nice to see them do multiple things out of a set rather than just everybody know this is what's going to happen.
Well, and with Foster split out, and he is again here, he draws a lot of eyeballs, of course.
We've not seen him catch a ball this year, but
this time they'll put Grattan in motion. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep to the left-hand side. Cuts back, has the first down. Hayden Grattan breaking into the open field, down near the 10 before he's taken down. Big time run by Grattan of a 29-yard gain, and it'll be a 1st and goal for the Sockies. On one of Grattan's, I don't know, what does he have? 5 touches on the season offensively?
29-yard gain for Grattan.
How many yards did you have?
29 yards. And it's a 1st and goal from the 10 for the Sockies. 9:05 and counting to the half.
Well, get a look at the right team first before you can make 2 carries for 4 yards.
Yep, he looks to be dynamic when he got it in his hands. I formation as they'll hand it off to the deep back, and Foster, he's swallowed up in a hurry back there this time by PORTA-A Central. Back near the 13-yard line, loses 3 yards on the play as the Blue Jays brought the house that time. Reneker in on the initial hit. Loses, call it a 2-yard loss officially, and it's 2nd and goal from the 12.
You just like to watch me write things.
I do.
Ball now at the Blue Jay 12-yard line, 2nd and goal, Pittsfield.
Sockies will spread it back out again here on the 2nd and goal to go. 2 receivers wide to either side. Anderson will put Foster in motion. Fake the handoff, does give it to him. He is tripped up, taken down after a short gain. To the 8, it appears. 4-yard pickup. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
Down by 25, King.
So 3rd and goal, closer to the 9 as they step it up. That must be going to the spot on the guy on the far side because this guy was at the 8. So it's 3rd and goal from the 9 for the Sockies as they'll bring Archer back into the game. And Peterbow's in, so they'll go to that double tight set here. Marable also in with the heavy package. From the 9-yard line. Anderson barks out the signals, pitches it out to Foster. Foster has the corner, cuts back, and he is in, but there's a flag.
There's a flag.
There's a penalty.
Penalty flag thrown from the back judge, and the referee will see what that's about and tell us that it is.
He moved the flag. I'm going to guess that it's a holding.
It is a hold.
Yeah.
From about the 4-yard line, so that'll move it back to the 14 and make it a 3rd down and goal from the 14-yard line.
That's about where their line of scrimmage was, wasn't it? Or no? So it was a 5-yard gain and then a 10-yard penalty? Or just a 10-yard penalty? No gain on the
play. It's just 10-yard penalty.
Okay.
Yeah. The play never happened.
Okay.
And they'll switch in the dynamic trio of Grattan, Graham, and Frazier, attorneys at law. And look to see what Zach Ferguson has drawn up on this 3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. Clock stopped with the penalty. 7:23 and counting in this first half of play. That was strange. Here is Anderson looking for Grattan in the end zone. It's knocked away. Marr came and knocked it out of his hands in the end zone.
Anderson's pass intended for Hayden Grattan falls incomplete.
That's an incompletion. It'll bring up 4th and goal from the 14. Well thrown ball, but a well played defensive effort that time by Marr to break it up.
Incompletion sets up
Grattan had that for a second. Yeah,
for the Sockies.
Good job getting his hand in there and knocking that ball free as Grattan was trying to bring it down.
Sockies will try a field goal. Marable will kick from the 20, so this will be a 30-yard field goal attempt. They have not attempted a field goal the whole season.
Last game of the year, can't hold anything back now, Charlie.
Good snap, hold this down. Kick is plenty deep, and he finally uprights. He did. As Marable with the 30-yard field goal to give Pittsfield the 10-8 lead. 7:15 to play in the half. Pittsfield 10, Porta 8. Back after this.
Your Jeep, truck, and SUV are only as good as the tires and rims they run on. On or off-road, go full throttle.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Kaylee Fessler. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Bodie Marable with the 30-yard field goal gives the Pittsfield a 10-8 lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 7:15 to play in the first half, and that's the first field goal we've seen from Pittsfield this season.
Maybe in a few seasons.
Yeah, I'd say several even. Probably since J.J. Petty.
Yeah, I would say that's probably correct.
Fair assessment. Cook will kick this one off. It'll be a line drive kick and be taken at about the 15-yard line. He's still on his feet up across the 35. Tripped up is Marr. He'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. That's where Porta-A Central will start first and 10 with 7 minutes, 9 seconds to play in this first half. Hey, stop by and see the folks at Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and much, much more. See the Real family and their terrific staff or call 217-285-5013.
Ball with the Blue Jays, 37-yard line.
So the Blue Jays with a first and 10. Looking to get an answer to the Pittsfield field goal. Sakis couldn't get the touchdown with the goal-to-go situation, but did get points on the board, which is always big.
Yeah, regain the lead.
As they have the advantage here. Here's a little delayed handoff to O'Brien. O'Brien breaks a tackle near midfield, still on his feet, and finally is taken down by Graham all the way to the Pittsfield 44-yard line. A 23-yard pickup on the play and a first and 10 for the Blue Jays. Sakis are really going after the ball there, but O'Brien proved to be a guy you're going to have to really wrap up a little more. He got away, and he has some pretty good speed to him as well. Scoring points has not been a problem for this Porta-A squad this season. They've put up points on just about everybody.
Yeah, they've had good offensive scoring. Not a ton of numbers, but they've done a good job. Defense has been another. They've given up a lot of points too.
Double dive this time. It comes to Marr on the carry. They'll mark him inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 5-yard pickup on the play by the senior ball carrier. Bring up a second down and 5. Just a lot of dynamic players for this Porta-A Central squad. You've seen the power out of Gianelli. You've seen O'Brien out of the backfield. You've seen Marr catch it and run it. Just a lot of weapons for this team. And they're still pretty young, just 5 seniors on the squad. Now they're quick to the line here with that off-balance look. Heavy set to the right-hand side. Handed off to Giannone, and he is wrapped up and taken out of the backfield near the 40.
Handoff is to 21, Dane Giannone.
Loses a yard on the play. And it'll bring up a third down.
1 yard loss on the play.
And about
Moves the ball to the 40-yard
6
line.
and a half yards to go.
7 Blue Jays.
Good job on that left defensive side. I believe that's Perry down there for the Sakis. On the left side of that defense, the big junior lineman. He can wreak some havoc.
Perry, Forshee, and
McKee now.
McKee.
Hand the ball off, trying to get outside. The man cuts it back up, though, and Lawson will take down the ball carrier in Marr, but not before he has the first down to the 31-yard line. 9-yard pickup on the play. And a first and 10 for the Blue Jays.
Is that O'Brien or
Marr? Marr on the carry, 9-yard gain. Fresh set of downs now in Pittsfield territory at the 31-yard line. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. An entertaining contest so far.
Both teams moving it really well.
Blue Jays break the huddle. The single receiver to the right-hand side, one to the left as well. Handed off of the reverse, and back in the backfield wreaking havoc is the Saukey defense this time.
McKee got there in a hurry, not fooled by the double handoff.
Really good play by Cordell McKee. O'Brien is the ball carrier, loses back to the 33-yard line. Loss of a couple on the play. 2nd and 12.
2-yard loss on the play. Sets up 2nd and 12. Blue Jays.
It takes a long time to make 2 handoffs in the backfield. It's a little hard for the line to
hold that whole time.
Hold that. Hold, yeah.
Sometimes you have to pivot. Single man wide to either side as McAnally is in the pistol. He will hand it off to Marr as the second back, and he'll be swallowed up. Again, another play that was a little slow to develop. And he'll be taken down near the line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss, and it's 3rd and 12.
They run a lot of like delayed handoffs, so it's caught the Saukeys off guard a few times tonight, but did not catch anybody there. They were ready and waiting for him right at the line of scrimmage.
McAnally goes to the sideline to get the play call with 3:30 and counting in this first half. We're down territory, so you don't have to take a big heave downfield here. But you want to pick up a nice chunk. Set up a 4th and manageable. Trips right. Single receiver to the left-hand side. McAnally puts a man in motion. Now puts the running back in motion. And is out to the right, trying to set up the screen. Has it set up, has it to Marr. Marr with blockers out in front. 25-yard line, cuts back at the 20 as he puts his foot on the ground. Taken down inside the 15 near the 13-yard line. A 20-yard pickup on the play and a 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Saukey's got caught being a little over-aggressive that time. Well-timed screen play for PORTA-A. Down to the 12 or 13-yard line. We'll call it 13 on the 20-yard pickup. 1st and 10. Hand off deep in the backfield here. Giannone is taken down to the 9. 4-yard pickup.
McAnally did a great job on that screen pass, drawing both ends or outside linebackers all the way back to him and dumping that pass off. There's no contain left.
He just threw right over the top of him, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Here, come get it, come get it, come get it. It's gone. O'Brien now a little limp as he goes back to the huddle. McAnally back to the sideline. Might have to see a timeout here. Let's see.
2nd and 6, Jays.
2:12 and counting in the half. 10 seconds on the play clock. Jays with 2 receivers to the right. 1 to the left in an I formation behind the quarterback. Handed off to O'Brien. Met with some resistance there and now taken down near the 7-yard line. 2-yard pickup on the play. It'll be 3rd and about 4 yards to go here. Clock continues to roll.
Brian's still limping a little bit, but he was able to carry the ball.
And he didn't get much of a spot there. It's like 3rd and 5. Almost 3rd and 6.
That's a long 5.
3rd down, and we'll call it 5 here from the 7-yard line. And McAnally brings the play to the huddle. 2 receivers to the left, a single man to the right-hand side. McAnally in the pistol. He will hand it off to the deep back. Giannone looking for running room behind O'Brien as the lead blocker. He's down as the 1st down as he's taken out of the 2.
Yeah, the 1st is going to be close, isn't it?
I think he has it. Let's see the spot officially here. Referee will take a gander at the spot. He's at the 2, and he's got the 1st down. 1st and goal.
1st down, Blue Jays.
So a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for PORTA-A with 1:10 to play in the half on that 5-yard pickup by Giannone.
Needed 5, got all 5.
Got a ball? Like Pokemon.
Got to get them all.
Blue Jays take their time in the huddle here. 17 seconds on the play clock.
50 seconds on the game clock.
No. come quickly to the line now. That off-balance set to the right-hand side. McAnally will hand it off to the deep back, and O'Brien, it appears here. A lot of bodies in a short space.
I think it was
Handoffs to 21, Dane
Giannone was the ball carrier. Down to the 1, a gain of a yard. 2nd and goal from the 1, and a timeout now called by whom?
Timeout.
Porta.
On the field, taken
So the Blue Jays take the timeout. It's an Adams Network timeout for top-notch local computer sales and service. Adams Experts, 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable service.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this season. If you're looking to get team shirts or spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square feet of retail space, so pop in and see what we have to offer. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, and banners. The Walker family has proudly owned and operated Press Yours On You for over 18 years. Being a small-town business, our goal is customer satisfaction. We would like to thank everyone who has supported us. As always, thank you for supporting local.
27.2 seconds to play in the half. Blue Jays call their second timeout of the half. The ball 2nd and goal to go from the 1-yard line. Following the timeout, tonight's contest brought to you in part by Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offers quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. 309-252-1052.
They've come out in a heavy set. Every time has gone to Giannone, so.
Is that your prediction here?
That is my prediction. He's kind of like Davismeyer runs, you know, a lot of strength, a lot of muscle to just get 1 yard.
Second goal from the 1, and they'll go to the pistol here. Yeah, you were wrong.
Shows what I know. Oh, no,
now they'll come out with that heavy set as everybody gets shuffling around. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. They'll give it to Giannone, and he is
stood up and
looks like he's in. No signal yet. Still no signal. They're going to mark with a half-yard line here, and it's 3rd and goal. 15 seconds to play in the half, and a whistle and a timeout with 13.9 seconds. The Blue Jays will take their final timeout of the half. 13.9 seconds to play in the half on the Adams Fiber timeout. Back after this.
For delicious, authentic Italian pizza and pasta, it's Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield. From delicious appetizers to a wide selection of specialty pizzas and pastas, Gianni's has something everyone will enjoy. Take advantage of the Gianni's Pizza Special, where you can order any extra large pizza and receive a free small one-topping pizza. For carryout or delivery, call 285-4002. That's 285-4002 for Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield.
Timeout taken by the Blue Jays. They're out of timeouts now with 13.9 seconds to play in the half and have a 3rd down and goal to go. Strap your icing.
Somebody needs to buy that boy some shoes.
3rd down. Take that stipend, buy some new tennis shoes. Fella, 3rd and goal. The nose of the football is almost on the goal line.
Well,
that's about as close as you could get.
Without it being a touchdown?
Yeah.
3rd and goal, Blue Jays.
So the Blue Jays trying to punch it in and take the lead here right before the halftime break.
Referee said you got 4 down, use them all.
And McAnally kept it himself, and he's in.
Touchdown, Blue Jays.
Let's say he got the ball across the goal line. We told you it wasn't much to have to get, and he got it. And the Blue Jays take the lead, 14-10, with 10.3 seconds to play in the half.
Saki's got the ball coming out of halftime. So.
And now the Jays will go for 2, try to make it a 6-point game. Come out of that heavy set and see if they give it to Giannone here. Want to bet on it? Well, send it back to pass, of course. It's a jump ball to the end zone and knocked away by Grattan. No flags on the play here, and the 2-point try does fail. It is, though, a touchdown for the PORTA-A Central Blue Jays. 14-10, Blue Jays on top. 10.3 seconds to play in the half. Back with you after this.
Fostered Farm Equipment has served our community since 1986, carrying the quality brands you know and trust. Now in our 2nd generation, We are proud to continue our family's legacy of quality customer service from showroom to field. We offer new, used, and consignment sales. So whether you're working 1 acre or 1,000, we have something for every operation. Our customers work hard. That's why we work hard to keep America's farmer in the field and not in the shop. We look forward to serving our community and customers for decades to come.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
10.3 seconds to play in the half as the Blue Jays retake the lead on the 1-yard touchdown run by McAnally. They'll kick off here. Pittsfield hoping for a
Haven't seen a return yet this year.
special teams play here behind special teams head coach Tom Shaw. It'll be taken by Graham on the run at about the 20, 25, 30-yard line. Gets a block and taken down out near the 36, call it 35, with 5.1 seconds to play in the half. Don't write that down yet, Justin.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Because they're going to set the ball.
They like the big line?
Of course, Pittsfield is going to call a timeout after the
dead ball
kickoff return.
All right, 36.
A lot of people at 36. 5.1 seconds on that. That's right, you can't take them with you. Zach Ferguson knows that.
And he has 3 of them.
Adams Fiber timeout for a reliable internet that doesn't buffer no matter what life throws at you. It's Adams Fiber. They're local in providing the ultimate internet experience. Visit followthefiber.net. And let's see what the Sakis want to roll with here. 5.1 seconds to play in the half. A couple of timeouts. Down by 4. Get the ball to start the second half. I just run it.
Yeah, I think I'll give it to Lane Foster and let's see what he can do.
See if you can run the old lane right play, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you head to halftime down 4.
Man, you get the ball when you come back.
Ball spotted at the Pittsfield.
All right, here we go. From the 36-yard line as they'll get the ready for play whistle. There it is.
Blue Jays in a prevent.
And they'll send Anderson back to pass. Setting up a screen. That ball is a fumble, but they'll say incomplete. Tell you what, close to a fumble with 0.4 seconds to play in the half. This is why you just
this is why you don't do that.
Run the darn thing.
Shows what I know.
2nd and 10 on an incompletion.
Provided by 51 Mitchell Levakis.
Hit as he was throwing.
I think it was, but it was awfully dangerous.
Receiver to the right-hand side, one to the left. Under center is Anderson. He will give it off to Davidsmeyer, running to the left-hand side. Has a first down, and that'll be the final play of the quarter. Takes it up to the 47, a gain of 11 on the play, and that'll be the final play of this first half. We head to the Little Jess Motors halftime show, where the PORTA-A Blue Jays lead the Pittsfield Sakis 14-10. Halftime stats and more your way after this.
Now is the time to fall into savings at Little Jess. During Ram Power Days, you can save over $15,000 on a 25 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Night Edition. Get it for just $48.9 or drive it for $0 down and only $579 per month. Buy a new 24 Ram 2500 Crew Cab for only $44.9 when you take advantage of over $10,000 in savings. Or drive a new 24 Jeep Wrangler 4-door for only $399 per month. Plus 0% financing plus generous rebates available on most new models. Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
Hey, Abe. Hey, George. You know what? We love beer!
This election year, be sure to make the correct decision and vote jerseys. Over the last 4 years, we have helped put more money back in your pocket with our daily drink specials and incredible food deals. We have also made steaks great again with our partnership with GJY Beef Company. So when you are making your next dinner decision, make it Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, Illinois.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. 14-10 is the PORTA-A Central lead on top of the Pittsfield Sockies here at the break. Take a look at those scoring drives from the first half. With 7:31 to play in the first, Jesse Davidsmeyer took it across the goal line on a 1-yard run. The kick by Marable was good to make it a 7-0 Pittsfield lead. The two teams traded turnovers, and the Blue Jays got it back with 10:43 to play in the half. They saw a 37-yard pass connect from McAnally to Marr. The two-point run by Giannone was good to make it 8-7 Blue Jays. Bodie Marable would kick a 30-yard field goal for the Sockies with 7:15 to play in the half to give Pittsfield a 10-8 lead, and then the Blue Jays scored in the waning seconds of the second quarter with 10.3 seconds. McAnally took it in from 1 yard out. The two-point try was no good, and that's how we arrive at this 14-10 halftime score. We'll take a look at all of your halftime stats on the Little Jess Motors halftime show after this.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Go team, go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Fall in love with Cascom. The leaves may be changing, but our commitment to our customers never does. Reliable high-speed internet, along with our award-winning customer service, we have knowledgeable service technicians in your area 24 hours a day. For you new customers, we are extra lovable. Call today and get a free installation on any new service. Wow! I'll bet you want our phone number, 1-800-252-1799. Call for details and a date, 1-800-252-1799.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It is a 14-10 lead for the PORTA-A Blue Jays on top of the Pittsfield Sockies here at the halftime break. Halftime stats are brought to you in part by LSST Trucking and 3D Leasing. For all of your trucking and hauling needs, see the Dunhams and their professional team at LSST Trucking and 3D Leasing. Call 217-285-2808. And Justin Poor has a look at your halftime stats.
Get started with the Porta Blue Jays. They have 10 first downs, 26 carries for 124 yards. Leading rushers being number 2, Lane McAnally. Has 3 carries for 10 yards. Number 24, Will O'Brien, has 7 carries for 36 yards. Number 21, Dane Giannoni, has 11 carries for 46 yards. And number 5, Drew Marr, has 5 carries for 32 yards. On the passing side of things, they have McAnally has thrown 7 times, completed 4 for 64 yards. Leading the way in receptions is number 5, Drew Marr, with 4 targets, 3 catches for 60 yards. Will O'Brien has 1 target and 1 catch for 4 yards. And number 14, Isaac Reneker, was targeted once and did not complete that pass. They were penalized twice for 15 yards. They have 1 turnover when McAnally threw an interception to a wide-open Carter Frazier. Sockies have 7 first downs in the first half. They have, we'll start with the passing on them. Jonas Anderson has 1 completed pass on 3 attempts for 11 yards. The 1 pass was completed to Taylor Graham. On the rushing side of things, Sockies have 12 carries for 145 yards. Lane Foster leading the way with 5 carries for 77 yards, and Jesse Davis-Meyer with 6 carries for 39 yards, and Hayden Gratton had 1 carry for 29 yards. Sox have been penalized twice for 15 yards, and they also had 1 turnover, the fumble by Jesse Davis-Meyer that was recovered by Marr. That is our halftime stats.
Pretty good game, kind of like we thought it would be here. 14-10, Porta has the lead. Pittsfield gets the ball to start the second half, and we'll be back after this time out on the Little Jazz Motor halftime show with some scores from around the area. Stay tuned.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Keppy. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
14-10, the lead for PORTA-A Central on top of the Pittsfield Sockies as we welcome you back to the Little Chess Motors halftime show. Good contest here and a lot of good games going on around the area here in week number 9. And on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard, John has a look at some of those scores.
Calhoun leads Beardstown 35-0 at half. Minden Unity Payson leads 30-6 over North Green at half. Kent Point Central up 24-0 over West Central at halftime. Rochester was leading 24-7 over Sacred Heart Griffin with 5 minutes to go in the half. At last check, Quincy Notre Dame up 21-0 over Decatur MacArthur at halftime. Brown County up 22-8 over Pleasant Hill at halftime. Greenfield Northwestern up 16-0 over Triopia with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. At last check, Pana was up 28-0 over Staunton at half. Lena Winslow up 50-8 over Forreston at half. Tolono Unity up 14-7 over Monticello, 2:42 to go in the half. Rushville Industry leads South Fulton 26-0 at half. Quincy High School leading 28-24 over Capital City at halftime. Actually, at the second to go to half. Chatham Glenwood was up 14-0 over Springfield High School after the first quarter. Williamsville up 42-0 over Pleasant Plains at half. And Macomb High was up 28-0 over Havana at half. And Merle Forsyth was up 22-14 over New Berlin near halftime. So a good game there at the Maroa New Berlin game.
The old Chuck-a-Duck game being played here, and somebody got really close to the old duck in the middle.
That orange duck was on target.
Number
51.
Number 51. If you had the number 51 at home, folks, you won.
Well, there's a duck coming in late.
Willie McGee is your winner. And both teams have made their way back to the field. They'll get 3 minutes to warm up, and we'll get ready for second half action next on Central Illinois Sports.
Beard Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, proudly serving farmers since 1937. We know how important it is to your operation to keep you running. 4 convenient locations in Ashland, Arnsville, Pittsfield, and Hannibal, Missouri. Beard Implement Company, our people, your advantage.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. Helena Agri, Camp Point, Illinois, is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Central Illinois Athletics. For all your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agri, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, and Matt Hughes, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 593-7761 for Helena Agri of Camp Point.
Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814. Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
At Farmers State Bank at Camp Point, we're proud to have been a part of our community for over a century, supporting families, athletes, and fans every step of the way. Just like your favorite Panthers team, we're dedicated to giving our best. With over 100 banks and ATMs throughout the area, we're here to help you on and off the field, no matter where the game takes you. So whether you're cheering in the stands, traveling to the next big game, or just supporting your community, trust Farmers State Bank of Camp Point to be with you all the way. Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, where tradition meets hometown pride.
Just about ready to start second half action. Glad you're with us tonight on Central Illinois Sports. Porta on top 14-10 here. Sakis will receive the kick to start the second half. As
number 13.
Who's a kicker? Morris, Hunter Morris. 73.
Oh, I thought it was 13.
Well, he just learned his numbers this week, folks. Justin, that's a 7.
I can't see that far.
You can see your reflection.
I can't see my reflection.
And the snow-covered hills. And slide. Brings me down.
73.
Down.
Hunter Morris to kick
You know,
off.
she kind of sounded like a goat when she sang. I don't know if you ever noticed.
Taylor Graham and
a little vibrato, kind of
Foster
those goatish. All right, Morris's kick is a high one, not extremely deep. It'll take a bounce, and Grattan will pick it up on the run. Across the 30, 35-yard line, breaks the tackle, and slides down to the 39. And that's where Pittsfield will start first and 10 from their own 39-yard line with 11 minutes, 55 seconds to play in this third period. Talked about with Zach Ferguson before the game. There's some pretty dynamic players on this Pittsfield team, too, that haven't really seen a lot of action this year because of just how dominant the running game has been. We've seen it a little bit tonight. Saw Grant with that big 20-yard run earlier. See Marable with a big kick. So they've got some guys that can do some things. Here's a run by Davidsmeyer. He stood up after a short gain. Out to the 42-yard line. 3-yard pickup on the play. Brings up a second down and 7. Davidsmeyer, not a ton of carries on the night.
3 yards for
7
Davidsmeyer.
for 42 yards, it looks like.
That's right.
Pittsfield, the first time they touched the ball, they went down the field in a hurry. Ever since that point, you've really seen this PORTA-A defense really step it up.
I mean, other than the 50-yard run, they've really done a pretty good job of holding the Sakis back.
Here's Anderson under center, calls the line set. Hands it off to the deep back in Foster, and he is bottled up in the middle after a short gain. To the 43-yard line, gain of a yard on the play. That'll bring up a third down and 6. Haven't seen Foster have a lot of success
1
running
yard for Foster
between the tackles this season.
3rd and 6, Pittsfield.
Most of his success has come on the outside of things. Porta trying to get a big stop here to start this second half with a 4-point lead. Pittsfield comes out with two receivers to the right, and Graham and Grattan. It's Foster and Frazier to the left-hand side. They put Grattan in motion, hand it to him on the end-around play. Gets a block, has the blocker out in front, but is stood up shy of the first down marker. Looks like he's going to be just shy by about a yard. Gains 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down and 1 yard to go, and right near midfield. I think Pittsfield will go for it here. So 4th down and a yard to go right near midfield, the 48-yard line. A risky play, but if you're the Sakis, you'd have to think that you like your chances with maybe a quick handoff to Davidsmeyer here. 4th and a yard. And they won't have to run a play as they draw Porta offsides. So that will take it to the Porta 47-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Sakis, as everybody a little too amped up on that play on the 5-yard penalty. As most of the defensive front jumped that time. And the Sakis pick up the first down without having to run a play. Now they're in the double tight set. Handed off to Foster along the left-hand side. Cuts back to the middle now. Hit from behind. Written down right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3 is the result.
Foster brought down
I'll remind you about our friends at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield. We'll have Tommy Hart playing tomorrow night. Acoustic Tom.
Acoustic Tom.
As he will be tomorrow night. Always a good time at Bowlers Universe. They've got some giveaways as well. You can come dressed up for Halloween or not. As long as you're wearing clothes, they don't care. Now Bowlers Universe, 2nd and 3 here. They'll give it to Davidsmeyer. Has the first down and more. Tripped up, taken down, shy of the 30, near the 31. They'll actually mark him at the big line because they like those big lines as well. 10-yard pickup on a 1st and 10.
Tripped up by 2, Lane McAnally.
So a fresh set of downs for the Sakis here on the opening drive of the second half.
30-yard line, 1st and 10, Pittsfield.
On the move here, started at their own 39. Down to the Porta 30.
Double tight again.
Marable, the offset man on the right-hand side. They'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer. Short gain on the play to about the 29.
Jesse Davidsmeyer
gain of a yard.
Carry.
2nd and 9.
1 yard on the play.
Really has been pretty good tackling
2nd and 9,
by this
Pittsfield.
Porta defense here tonight. Not a lot of broken tackles by the Sakis.
Do a good job wrapping up right at the line. Holding on. There's several times that they'd stood up our backs.
Now Peterbow and Marable will switch to the left side of the formation. A lot of movement on both sides here as they'll give it to Foster. Not much running room there. To the 30, check that 27-yard line. 2-yard pickup. And it'll be a 3rd down in about 6.
Maybe you learn something there. You catch them while they're trying to do all that shifting on
2 yards
defense.
for Foster.
They're down, and it's a short 7 or a long 6, whichever you want to call it. 4 down territory here. I don't think Marable has quite that kind of leg. Although he made that 30-yarder with pretty much ease, but I don't think he'd kick to go by 1, down by 1 here. Here's a handoff. This is to Davidsmeyer. Has the first down. Won't need a field goal this time. It's still taken inside the 10. Referee nearly takes a spill near the 8-yard line. Pick up a 15 on the play and a 1st and goal for the Sakis.
Handoff was to Jesse Davidsmeyer.
So Davidsmeyer says, keep the kicker on the sideline. I'll pick it up for you. They'll mark it officially at the 9. Now that referee can see that he was sitting on his derriere on the sideline there. He must have hit a slick spot. A little rain in the area earlier today.
Brought some cooler temps with it, more seasonable temps.
At least it didn't bring that smell that was prevalent the other day.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Here's a handoff
good
again
hit.
to Davidsmeyer, and he is hit hard.
36, Jesse Davidsmeyer.
Smack hard that time by, was that Ricky Drake?
Tackled by
73.
Yeah, that's what I caught.
73.
Yeah, no, I think it was number
Horse.
70.
Down to the 8, gain of a yard of the play. It'll be 2nd and goal.
But Jesse hasn't taken very many hits like that this year.
1 yard for
No, he has not.
Give, yes, not received.
Ball at the Blue Jay 8.
2nd and goal to go here for the Sakis. They were unable to get a touchdown in a similar type of setup earlier this evening. This time they'll pitch it outside of Foster, looking for running room, cuts back, makes a man miss, and he'll get a touchdown out of it. Nice job by Lane Foster. Stopped on a dime that time and takes it in on an 8-yard touchdown run with 6 minutes 33 seconds to play in the third to give the Sockies a 16-14 lead, and they'll bring the kicking team on for the extra point attempt here. Foster was headed left, and he's just so good at finding that little seam, and very explosive, can hit that hard, and did there once again for yet another touchdown of the season for Foster. And Marable now with an important extra point. Say that 5 times fast. Important extra point.
Very important.
Holder is Frazier. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. It is deep enough, and it is good. 17-14. Pittsfield back on top. 6 minutes, 33 seconds to play in the third.
It is Pittsfield.
Back after this on Central Illinois Sports.
Griffin Signs in Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs in Time. Call 217-228-7470.
6:33 to play in the third, and Pittsfield has the lead 17-14 on the PCRE Real Estate in Action scoreboard. Saki's got the ball for the opening drive of the second half and able to march it down the field. Foster with the touchdown run from 8 yards out. And Tucker Cook on to kick it off for the Sockies.
5 Dramar, 14.
Tucker's kicked it deep.
Isaac Riniger back for the Jays.
The 3 times he's kicked tonight.
And he'll kick it deep again, and Marr will take it at about the 6. Had trouble with the catch, has to pick it up now at the 10, 15, 20-yard line. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet, across the 25, and is taken down right at the 27-yard line. That's where the Jays will have it first and 10 with 6:26 to play in the third. And let's see what the Blue Jay offense comes out with here. They've put a various number of sets on the offensive side. Effectively moved the ball most of the night, though.
Yeah, they got several different looks that they give. They have a pistol look and a spread and that bunched up. I mean, they've kind of ran many different ways tonight.
From the pistol is McAnally. Hands it off to the first back through to the 30-yard line.
3 yards?
That is
24.
O'Brien on the carry. 3-yard pickup on the play. 2nd and 7. At the time he was in the pistol, and all 3 running backs were behind him in the backfield, so had to really watch where the football is if you're that defensive front. Same set here.
They do a lot of misdirection like that, too, where they will fake a handoff and give it to the second back.
McAnally will hand it off to the deep back here. Not much running room this time around.
It's like maybe lost a little bit, yeah. But they like big lines. They're going to put it back where it was.
Gianni not able to find much there. And it'll be a 3rd down and 7. Good job. I think Shaw and Peterbo from the middle linebacker spots are right on that one. So 3rd and 7. Could see the Blue Jays go to the air here. Could try to get it to Marr on an end-around type of play.
Or set up that screen at the end. That worked out pretty good the last time.
The screen pass was extremely effective, wasn't it? Trips right. Single receiver to the left-hand side. McAnally is in the shotgun.
Tried to hard count.
Takes the snap, is back to pass. Quick hitter to the right-hand side. Has it completed out there. Man fumbles the ball forward, but it goes out of bounds.
McAnally's pass complete to number 5.
Marr was the man on the catch, and with the fumble forward, he gets the first down. Out to the 37-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Oh, no way. They're moving the chains. Yeah, how about a signal? Yeah, he signaled. First and 10 on the 7-yard pickup.
7-yard, yeah. It's like special team coach Tom Shaw was talking to the referee about something kind of delayed stuff here.
First and 10 with 4:53 to play in the third. Clock stopped as the ball went out of bounds on the fumble, and now Porta wants I want to see that play clock get reset, and they will. Here's the chains just got set. Referee says, raise the roof. Raise the roof.
All right.
McAnally brings the play to the Blue Jay huddle. First and 10 from their own 37. Two receivers to the left-hand side. Marr is in the slot. Under center this time for McAnally. He goes back to pass, looking to set it up downfield, and it is incomplete. Closest man to that was Jaron Lawson for Pittsfield. The intended receiver was Logan Baker. Incompletion stops the clock and brings up a second down.
Second and 10, Blue Jays.
And 10. Pike County Express. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. They're your local family-owned newspaper and have been serving Pike County since 1991. You can also get that Pike County Express online. Learn more on their website. Second down and 10 yards to go for the Jays.
That's the problem with passing on first down is you give yourself a second and long. They've shown they can be successful on first down, running the ball. Here's our running.
Heavy package here, and going to get gain up to the 41-yard line.
21, Dane Giannone.
Giannone gets the 4-yard pickup. Called a 3-yard pickup, and it's a third down and 7. Didn't get much of a spot there.
They haven't really given
3rd and 7,
very good spots all night long.
Third down and 7 yards to go. About where they set that ball.
Must be the glare.
Could be it. Trips to the left. McAnally puts a man in motion out into the flats. Fakes to O'Brien. Now wanted to take off and run with it. Now throws it out to Giannone. Penalty flag flies.
Pass complete to Giannone. There is a flag
downfield. Up to the 50 would have the first down, but let's see what this flag is about.
When
that guy threw the flag from you, you're going to see some sort of a pass interference, I would think.
Or hold, maybe. But
I don't know. They're going to mark the ball to the 40.
Maybe a lineman downfield.
I don't know what the play call here is. Pass interference against the Blue Jays.
Penalty is a pass interference.
Kind of wonder if maybe the receiver was blocking out in front with that running back coming out of the backfield. Possibly could have been the play call. Or the penalty call, I should say. As it is, it negates the first down. And will make it a third down from about the 30-yard line is where it should be, or excuse me, 25-yard line as they get it set. 15-yarder.
15-yarder.
And makes it third and around 22 yards to go. Just under 4 minutes to play in the third. Clock starts
after the penalty ball is spotted
on the
Blue Jay 25-yard
ready
line.
for play here.
3rd and 22, Blue Jays.
McAnally is back to pass. Has time, heaves it downfield. He's got a receiver in the vicinity. It's knocked away by a nice defensive play by Hayden Gratton on the pass breakup. And it'll bring up 4th down. And for just the second time tonight, I believe we'll see the Blue Jays head to the punt formation.
Sets up 4th down.
Who was attended there? Was that Marr?
It was. So, punting team on the field as Morris will punt it about his own 13-yard line. Pittsfield has Graham back around his 42.
For Pittsfield.
Graham did not attempt to catch the last punt.
High snap. Nice job by Morris. He's a pretty tall young man. End over end kick. Graham will take it at about the 44. Across the 50. Inside Blue Jay territory. He's slung down there. Ball comes out. And the Blue Jays say they have it here. Or was he down? They're going to say that he was down by contact.
Ooh.
say that he was down. And they give Pittsfield the ball. And I think the Sakis might have caught a pretty big break right there.
I think so, too. That ball looked like it was moving when they...
3:42 to play in the half. It's to the 39-yard line. First and 10 for the Sakis. Good field position, but they got away with one there, it looked like. Let's see if we can see it on the Northwestern Mutual replay. He's up. Ooh, that ball. Tell you what,
maybe.
That ball looked like it was moving.
I kind of thought that live. I don't know. On the replay, I thought maybe the ground did cause it. I don't know.
Anderson goes to hand it off. There was nobody there. Now this will be a fumble, and it will be recovered by the Blue Jays. So sometimes Karma takes care of itself. And Anderson went to hand it off. Nobody was there, and then the back ran into him, and it was just a sloppy play all around. And with 3:37 to play, that play or drive started with 3:42. Justin ends with 3:37, and the Blue Jays take over at their own 41-yard line. That time it was pretty definitive. What happened? Watch the replay here, though. Anderson's going to take the snap, and he'll turn. There's nobody there. It's like it was a broken play. And then Foster just kind of runs into him, tries to make something happen, and never got a clean handoff. Week 9, you can't have a situation where the backs and the quarterback aren't on the same page. It's week 9. You've run this stuff enough. Everybody should be able to be on the same page. Just a big turnover, and see if Porta can capitalize. They did the last time the Sakis turned it over. Put a man in motion, fake to the motion man. Hand it back to the near side.
Handoff is the 24 Will O'Brien.
O'Brien, the ball carrier, to the 40, around the 43. Picks up a yard on the play at that spot. And it'll be a 2nd down and 9.
1 yard gain for O'Brien.
Really good job again by Cordell McKee staying home on that defensive line spot. He's made a lot of tackles tonight for this Pittsfield defensive unit. Just over 3 minutes to play in the 3rd. McAnally gets everybody in place. Now sets up under center. Puts a man in motion. Going to pitch it out. Bad pitch, and McAnally will dive on it. Back around the 36-yard line.
Recovery by
Loses 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and around 16 yards to go.
Both teams kind of acting like they're...
I don't know what you thought, but did it not look like they were... I think that was to O'Brien. I think he was setting up for a halfback pass.
Maybe.
Which I think is why he took his eye off of it.
I was looking at a brick wall, so I really don't know what happened, to tell you the truth, but I'll take your word for it, Charlie.
Well, it was a solid play anyway, as was the wall. 3rd and long here for the Blue Jays. Back to pass. McAnally throws it downfield. It is picked off by Taylor Graham. Graham with yet another pick on the season. He's still on his feet down the far sideline. Cuts back and is ridden out of bounds near the 25. Penalty flag then flies in late, and we'll have to see what that's about. But Taylor Graham, the best ball hawker the Sakis have on the season. I believe that it was interception number 5 on the year for Graham.
Yeah, he's got one tonight, and
penalty flag is on the far sideline, so it could be anything. Could be a sideline warning, could be a late hit out of bounds, could be an unsportsmanlike, could be a haven't thrown the flag in a while, I wanted to see if it still flies. You get it. And the officials take a look at it and tell us that the penalty is incoming. It is a dead ball, personal foul against the Blue Jays, I think. He didn't really point one way or the other. And so instead of the ball being at about the 26, it should be around the 13, half the distance.
You got to carry the 1. That is Taylor Graham's 5th interception of the year. And Carter Frazier's 3rd that he had in the first half.
Well, half the distance penalty just got a lot harder. Now it's at the 17. Believe it should go to about the 13. I think we're 4 yards off. Zach Ferguson trying to get a hold of the official. The chains also are set up in an interesting position at the moment as we have a little bit of confusion here as the ball. Now the referee's got it. He's got it at the 15. The 14 takes it down to around the 13-yard line, and that's where Pittsfield will have it, 1st and 10.
After the penalty, the ball will be
1:57 to play
First and 10.
in the third quarter. Chains move, referees move, they're on the move, and it's a first and 10. See if Pittsfield can capitalize on the takeaway here. I formation as Anderson's under center. He'll turn and hand it off to Davidsmeyer on the quick hitter over the right-hand side. Down inside the 10 to around the 9-yard line. 4-yard gain on the play by Davidsmeyer. Second down, about 6 to go here.
So what did we decide that penalty was? A 15-yarder?
It was a 15-yarder officially. Well, I mean, really 13 with you take it the half the distance to the goal.
All right, then.
Second down here from the 9. Zocchi's can pick up a first down without scoring the touchdown right here. I formation again as a single receiver to the right is Graham. It looked like Archer got a little bit of an early start. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Move it back to the 14 and make it 2nd and 11.
Was that on 2, he said?
You say on 2 or after 2? Clock is moving here with just over a minute to play in the third. Pittsfield has the only.
They must have had a good spot earlier on the Davidsmeyer run that was 4 yards, because now it looks like we're back at the original line of scrimmage.
Or it was a short 5-yard penalty. They'll hand it off, the delayed handoff to Foster. He cuts back and right into the teeth of this defense. He'll get it to about the 12. Couple-yard pickup on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. Will you see the Sockies want to go to the air here? They'll bring Gratton and Frazier in. Send Peterbow and Archer to the sideline.
2 yards for Foster.
And it's 3rd down in 8 or 9, 8.5.
Maybe
you
see
want to
that,
split the difference?
Maybe see that end around again. They've been fairly successful with that tonight.
They'll put a man in motion in Foster, hand it off to him. He's trying to get outside, not much there. 2 around the 9, 3-yard pickup. Going to bring up a 4th and 6, and now you bring Marable on to kick again, wouldn't you?
I think I would after the success that he's had tonight.
Puts you up 6.
Yeah.
But they'll have that decision to make. As the fourth quarter starts, at the other end of the field, after 3, it's Pittsfield 17, PORTA-A Central 14, back with fourth quarter action after this.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
In a world that seems to be out of control, your friends at First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois want you to know that the hope of God's love reaches out to you. God loves you and He has a purpose for your life. If you'd like to learn more about this, we invite you to join us at 8 a.m. or at 10:30 on Sunday mornings at 225 North Memorial Street in Pittsfield, or online at fccpittsfield.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois, a safe place to learn and grow.
Ready to start quarter number 4. Pittsfield will have the ball 4th down and 6 yards to go from around the 9-yard line, it looks like.
12 minutes to go for our seniors. They are out in the field goal.
Kick here. That'll be about a 26-yard attempt.
Wind is blowing in that direction, maybe a little across the field.
Marable is taking a little longer step off here. It's been kind of about a 1-step and a kick. Bad snap, hold down, kick up. It looks to be wide left, and it is good.
Good. No,
of course, it looked to be wide left, and it is good, and makes it 20-14 Pittsfield. 11:56 to play in the contest, and we're back with you after this.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your your leading supplier of choice.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
11:56 to play in this one. Marable with his second field goal of the season, both tonight. Last game of the season, Justin. Nothing to hold back now.
That's right.
And Cook on to kick this one off. Line drive kick going to be going to bounce by the Blue Jays and roll dead at about the 3. And they'll try to make a return here. Ooh, nice play. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet.
Cody Marable.
26-yard line. Return that time by Reneker. Marable on the stop at the 26, and that's where the Blue Jays will start first and 10. What do you want? 11:49 to play.
Yeah, they began that at last one.
157.
157 on the 13.
And the 13, yes, for your official stat keeping.
Yeah. I knew I missed something.
All right, Blue Jays down by 6 with the ball first and 10 from their own 26. McAnally is under center. He will pitch it out to the left-hand side, and Marr waits for the blocking to set up. Now turns it upfield, has a good gain on the play, still up.
Pitch goes
in with forward progress.
Drew Marr.
Has it to the 30.
Initial tackle by 21, Taylor Graham.
35, 36-yard line here. Let's see where they mark it down. Give him a gain of 8 on the play. To the 35.
Marr on the carry.
Marr the ball carrier. It's second down, and it's a very short 2.
8 yards for Marr.
He's a dynamic player,
Second
isn't
and 2, Blue
he?
Jays.
Drew Marr.
Did a little bit of everything. Like I said last year, he was quarterback. This year, he's running back, leading receiver.
Second and short here for the Blue Jays. McAnally is in the shotgun. Hands it off to the deep back here. Has the first down.
And off to 21, Dane
Dane Giannone will have the first down to the 39. 4-yard pickup.
Run good for Blue Jay. First
and
down.
a first and 10 for the Jays.
Ball spot at the Blue Jays
That'll move the
39,
chains.
first and 10,
Clock will
Jays.
start once it's set. Everybody with all their timeouts here. Blue Jays down by 6. Those 6 points off the foot of Bodie Marable for Pittsfield right now.
In the second half, they haven't been able to get much offense going. Forced a punt and threw the interception.
McAnally puts Marr in motion. We'll hand it to him on the end around to the right-hand side. Cook tries to stretch it out. Marr breaks a tackle and then is taken down by
And off to number 5,
Graham
Drew Marr.
up to the 44-yard line. 5-yard pickup on the play.
21, Taylor Graham. 18,
Second down
Carter
and
Frazier
5
on the stop.
for the Jays.
Graham, good job standing him up. Carter Frazier came in and finished that for him. Frazier's going to check out now. Hayden Gratton checking in. No, I'm sorry, Jake Ocker.
Ocker going to check in and play some corner. Looks like here. "13 seconds of the play clock as the Blue Jays come to the line of scrimmage. Double wing formation. Under center. McAnally hands it off to the first back through. That is O'Brien this time. He's got the forward progress to the 50. That'll be enough for a first down. 6-yard pickup on the play. And a first and 10 for the Blue Jays.
6 yards for Giannone, brought down at midfield.
Sure looked like O'Brien to me.
Looked like O'Brien to me, too.
We'll call it that. And right at the 50-yard line, Sasaki's a little switching up front as Forshy now coming off the field. Blue Jays for a nice long sustained drive here, burn a lot of this clock off and try to get a score, maybe a lead. The waning moments of this contest.
Well, that's what they did to end the first half. We're able to burn several minutes off on that last drive.
McAnally is under center. He will hand it off to the running back here. Along the right-hand side, Giannone down to the 41-yard line. 9-yard gain on first down. He's a horse. Makes it a 2nd and 1.
Yeah, to end the first half, they had a 7-minute drive that ended in a touchdown.
Second in the yard to go here for the Blue Jays. This drive started at their own 26. They're down to the Pittsfield 41-yard line. Clock continues to roll here. Single man to the right-hand side is Logan Baker. Single receiver to the left, the double wing formation. McAnally is back to pass. Sets his feet, looking for Baker near the sideline. It is incomplete. Broken up there by Otker. Otker with the pass break up, and it was right near the sideline.
I'm not sure that wasn't
some
offensive pass interference.
Is that Ferguson or Otker? I can't tell. You got to give the turn towards me. I think that's Ferguson.
It's Ferguson.
That's Ferguson. Good play by Hayden Ferguson there. 3rd and 1. He's been a little lame the last couple of weeks with that leg kind of giving him some fits, but he's out there right now making plays. 3rd and a yard. McAnally hands it off to Giannone. He's got plenty for the first down here. To the 37-yard line. Needed one, picked up 4. And a first and 10 for the Blue Jays. Keeping it on the ground, keeping the clock moving here. 7:50 and counting. On the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard, it's a 20-14 lead for the Sockies, but the Blue Jays on the move here with a first and 10.
Blue Jays have had 5 pass attempts in the second half and only completed the first one with an interception. Had a lot more success. Sockies maybe
high formation here, handed to O'Brien, the deep back this time. He'll take it down to the 30. That's a 7-yard pickup. As now Porta's really got things rolling on the offensive side on this drive. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 3.
O'Brien brought down at the 30-yard line. 2nd and 3, Jays.
McAnally is just a sophomore. O'Brien is just a sophomore. Marr's a senior. He's a key contributor on this team. But just a lot of underclassmen across the board for the squad.
Yeah, you look down the roster and it's
huge junior class. Huge sophomore class.
Lots
especially the sophomores. Like 19, I think I counted earlier.
Yeah, a whole bunch of sophomores.
Here's O'Brien, another one of those sophomores we just talked about. Close to the first down marker.
Will O'Brien on the
we'll mark him down around the 26, be about a half a yard short. By half a yard short, I mean he got the first down to the 26, and it's a 1st and 10.
O'Brien's run good for another Blue Jay. First down.
Close enough. Move the sticks.
4-yard carry on that. 5 maybe?
Yep, 4-yard carry.
Ball to Saki, 26
Needed
yard line,
5.
1st and 10.
1st and 10. This play will be run with just about 6 minutes left. They've run nearly 6 minutes of game clock. Hand it off here to O'Brien, running along the left-hand side. Inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. 2-yard pickup on the play. 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Jays.
Brought down at the 24-yard line. 2nd and 8, Jays.
Blue Jays have had a couple of turnovers, but those were on the interception.
Yeah, 2 interceptions. Pretty sure-handed as far as the running backs went. Nobody's really busted loose any big runs either. Just kind of chipping away. 13 carries for O'Brien, 16 carries for Giannone, and Marr with 7 carries. So.
Put Marr in motion here from the right to the left. Fake the pitch to him, give it off to O'Brien. Coming back to the near side, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's going to go for a touchdown. The Blue Jays, a little razzle-dazzle here, and a touchdown to tie the game with 5:20 to play. O'Brien on the 24-yard run. Ties it up here, and now the Blue Jays will go for 2 to try to take the lead. 2020 here on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. And the Blue Jays trying to go ahead.
Not successful in their last 2-point try.
Blue Jays line up for the 2-point.
I just don't know how you just don't give it to Giannone here and let him rumble forward. He's good for about 3 yards, it seems like, every time, which is what they'll do here. And he is hit by Smith, keeps his legs moving. He's very close. Is he in? Big call here. He is short. He is short, and the game stays tied at 20.
Wow.
2-point conversion, no good. 20-20, 5:20 to play in the contest. Stay tuned on Central Illinois Sports.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
5:20 left, brand new ball game, tied at 20 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 2-point try failed for the Jays on a nice play by Cameron Smith on the defensive front for the Sockies.
With 5:20
And
left in the fourth quarter.
Hunter Morris ready to kick this one off for the Blue Jays.
Pittsfield 20.
Would you take a chance at an onside here if you're Porta? Because if you give the ball to Pittsfield, you may never get it back.
Taylor Graham, 27 Lane Foster, back for the Sockies.
You're both 3 and 5. Really just playing for some pride right here.
Playing for
I'd take a chance.
4th place in the Sacramento.
Morris has it teed up like he's going to kick it deep. And he does. Line drive kick will send Graham back to around the 13-yard line. 20-25, looks for a block. Trying to get to the outside, has the corner up to the 40-yard line, ducks out of bounds near the 43, and then a penalty flag flies right at the end. Tell you what, there wasn't much there. I don't have any idea what this could be.
I don't know, unless they're saying he hit him out of bounds, but I
mean, if he hit him, he put his hand on his shoulder. I mean, it wasn't anything here. He didn't go flying into the sideline. You could see a sideline warning
maybe on the Sockers.
Maybe on Pittsfield. That's the only thing I could think of here. They're going to call this. Wow. Well. They're still talking here about it.
He's like, are you sure you want to call that?
No, I didn't really see it. Did you see it? I think I saw it.
Why don't we just call it first down right here?
We'll have to have our replay official at on Memorial Street and Justin Noble tell us here in a moment if he saw anything on that play. Referee will tell us that it is a dead ball, personal foul against the Blue Jays. Now to bring out the Boo Birds here.
Yeah, so.
And set the ball to around the 43-yard line of Porta for Pittsfield with 5:11 left. Man,
apparently something there that we couldn't see from up here, but
From this angle, I will say it didn't look like much. I formation, Pittsfield starts in Porta territory. They give it off to Davidsmeyer. Rolls over the pile near the 39. 4-yard pickup on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 6. Or 7.
4 yards for Davidsmeyer, brought down to Blue Jay 39.
Who knows?
2nd and 6.
We're trying to guess. They had that at the 43. They got to the 39.
All right.
Well, now they moved the. I don't know. It's 2nd down. Who knows how far it is to go?
I don't know. Can't see any hash marks, so.
Yeah, can't see the line, can you, Russ? They have numbers on the field. That's weird. Here's a handoff to Foster. Foster breaks the first tackle, gets outside, still on his feet, down the sideline, ridden down near the 20.
27 Lane Foster on the carry.
3.
Big
16-yard pickup and a 1st and 10. Why did that play not continue to the 20 where it continued to? 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Say went out of bounds, possibly.
Possibly.
23-yard line, 1st and 10.
How many yards was that? 16.
Yeah, you can't read that.
No,
I
could.
Read my numbers.
No, I can read. Another 100-yard gain for Lane Foster.
Our one-eye replay official tells us he thought it was week 2. I formation, 4:26 and counting. Here's a handoff to Davidsmeyer. He breaks free and he goes for a touchdown. Jesse Davidsmeyer broke a tackle and then rumbled through the end zone on a 23-yard touchdown run with 4:20 to play.
Give Jesse Davidsmeyer 100 yards on the night.
4:20 left. Breakdown defensively for Porta, or do you think they're trying to let them score there? Pittsfield now will call a timeout on the extra point, and we'll pause as well on the Adams Fiber timeout. Back with you after this.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
4:20 left. Sockies take the timeout here for the extra point. You would assume that means they're going to try to go for 2, which means you're assuming that
took less than a minute to.
Don't read that out loud, but go ahead and read it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we haven't taken the field yet, so we don't know what we're going to do
I mean,
yet.
you're not taking a timeout to kick, right? You've kicked the rest of the night. It's been successful, so of course now you're going for 2. It's conventional wisdom.
Well, and what's to discuss? If you're going to go for 2, you head to 36 and see what he can do.
High formation, single receiver to the left-hand side. Anderson will be back to pass.
Yeah.
He throws to the back of the end zone, and it's dropped. Peterbilt was the intended recipient. He was open, but he could not bring it in. And it's a 6-point game, 4:20 to play. Pittsfield 26, Porta 20. Back after this.
Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Make sure you include the Damon guys to get it right the first time. Residential and commercial, new builds, or existing. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
4:20 to play. 26-20 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Blue Jays have the hands team up. I think you'd see anything strange here.
I wouldn't think. I mean, we'd probably call timeout to talk about it if we were.
Looks like a line drive going to be taken at about the 20 is where it gets taken down. Shy of the 20 maybe. Right on the 20. Could be the 29. Who knows? Let's wait and see where it gets set. As Reneker takes it to the 20. That's where the Blue Jays will have it first and 10 with 4:12 to play. They've got all 3 timeouts. So still a ton of time left in this game. And they could get a touchdown. They would just be an extra point or a 2-point conversion away from a lead.
First and 10, Jays.
Oh, goodness.
Took over 6 minutes the last time for him to drive the field from about the same position. Have to do something a little quicker, but we've seen them be able to strike fast if they needed to. Or yeah.
First and 10 as they break the huddle with a single receiver to the right-hand side. 2 men to the left, and McAnally is under center. Puts a man in motion in Marr. He'll hand it off to the back. Running back out of the backfield, stood up there by Peterbilt. What's that?
Stop for no gain, it appears.
Giannone. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 yards to go here.
No gain on the play.
Clock moving, under 4 minutes left. Pittsfield's defense looking for a stop that could end the threat for the night, right?
Socky defense has caused 2 punts and 2 interceptions tonight, so that's always a possibility too.
McAnally back to pass, looking for Marr out on the flats. Has a good block around in front. He breaks a tackle. He might go. He's at the 40, 35-30. Graham will chase him down from behind, but deep in Socky territory to the 20, check that, 30-yard line. It's a 50-yard catch and run that time for Drew Marr. And just like that, the Blue Jays are back in business.
Number 5, Drew Marr.
3:24 left. This game is going to come down to the wire, evidently.
Might come down to whoever has the ball last.
It might.
First and 10, Blue Jays.
Now we have the referee waving his hands. I don't know what he was waving them about. Who are you waving at, Grandma? Nobody. Just go home. Now I hand it off to Giannotti.
21, Dane Giannoni.
He'll get it down to around the 20.
Giannoni brought down by
7-yard line.
Cordell McKee.
3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7 here. Clock rolling here with 2:47 to play. Pittsfield has 2 timeouts. Porta with 3. If you're Pittsfield, how close, does Porta have to get before you would take a timeout kind of thing?
2nd and 7, Blue Jays.
To preserve time if the Jays would score. It's a tough call here. That's why they get paid the big bucks on that sideline. Here's a handoff to the second back now, and a trip up and a takedown by Peterbow in the backfield. Marr trying to get free, but could not do so. Back to the 30. Lost those 3 yards they just gained. It'll be a 3rd and 10 as Draven Peterbow trying to make up a little bit for that 2-point conversion that didn't go his way. Watch him on this replay as Porta calls a timeout.
Timeout on the field taken.
He got him by the shoestrings that time. Adams network timeout. Fast, reliable internet from a great local company. It's Adams Fiber. Follow thefiber.net to learn more. Both teams now with 2 timeouts. 3rd down and 10 for the Jays. 2:22 left on the clock.
This is wild.
Haven't heard
Definitely 4-down territory.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't know if
everybody do the Blue Jay rumble, cheerleaders say.
Don't know if Morse has kicked any field goals on the year, but
I don't think he'd kick a field goal here, but maybe an extra point. Down by 6.
Yeah, he did kick an extra point earlier. Yeah, you're down by 6. Yeah, you got to have a touchdown. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, it's a discussion point. It'd be a risky move, let's say. All right, we're back to live action. McAnally back to pass, trying to get it to Marr in space. Marr pushed out of bounds.
McAnally's
Or you just keep doing that.
Yeah, to the 26, maybe 25-yard line, 5-yard pickup.
5 yards.
It's 4th and 5, and this is kind of the game.
122 yards for Marr in the air, and then another 42 on the ground.
4th down, 5 yards to go. For the Blue Jays, a lot of opportunities here. It's a short 5, too. Have to get to around the 21-yard line. They have McAnally in the pistol. Trips left. He is back to pass. Quick hitter to the outside. That's to Marr. Marr is got enough for the first down to the 19.
McAnally to Marr.
6-yard pickup and a 1st and 10.
Good for a Blue Jay. First down.
We'll get the chain set and the clock will start. And we see the clock tick down under 2 minutes now. Ball is just inside the 20 of the 19-yard line for Porta-A Central.
Pittsfield, they like seeing this running clock right now, but they need to get a stop.
Yep, have to, right? 2 receivers right. McAnally puts a man in motion in Marr. He'll fake the handoff to him, keep it himself along the right-hand side, looking for the blocking to develop out front. Cuts back and is taken down by Shaw near the 11-yard line.
2-lane McAnally on the carry.
That's a solid pickup on the play of about 8.5, 9 yards. It's sucking in a long one. 9-yard pickup.
Heavy set.
Quick play here. Giannoni down near the 7. First down. Now he's trying to get somebody to help him up here.
3-yard
We get a
pickup.
whistle. And he might have been, yeah, he's got a little bit of a cramp going on here. Will the Blue Jays take a timeout to get him back on the field?
I think they did.
They did not. They're going to bring.
That was officials for time for the injured player.
Into the contest comes Josh Carr. It's a 1st and goal from the 7-yard line with 1:07 and counting. Blue Jays trying to punch one in here in the final minute. McAnally's under center. Hands it off to O'Brien. O'Brien piled up near the 6.
The ball carrier, tackle made by 19.
Gain of a yard on the play. It'll be a 2nd and goal from the 6. And the Blue Jays call the timeout to preserve some clock here on the Adams Fiber timeout. Follow the fiber.net, and we're back after this.
Fostered Farm Equipment has served our community since 1986, carrying the quality brands you know and trust. Now in our 2nd generation, we are proud to continue our family's legacy of quality customer service from showroom to field. We offer new, used, and consignment sales, so whether you're working 1 acre or 1,000, we have something for every operation. Our customers work hard. That's why we work hard to keep America's farmer in the field and not in the shop. We look forward to serving our community and customers for decades to come.
50.3 seconds left. Timeout taken by the Blue Jays. They have 1 timeout left. We've got the ball 2nd and goal from the Pittsfield 6. Somebody's going to end the season in exciting fashion.
Saki seniors holding up the middle of that line and are going to have a big stop here.
Pittsfield with Perry, Forshee, and McKee on that defensive front on the line. Archer and Cook on the outside backers walked up near the line of scrimmage as well.
Need to make sure they have contained.
Got to look and see where Marr is here. He's the wingback on the left side. Put a man in motion in O'Brien. Give it off to him. O'Brien cuts back to the middle. Hole closed up quickly near the 5. It's 3rd and goal from the 5 now. Blue Jays trying to get up quickly here and go, and they will on a 3rd and 5 from the goal. Give it off to Giannone. He fights forward to the 3-yard line, and it'll be a 4th down and goal from the 3 as the Blue Jays call their final timeout.
2-yard gain by
Final timeout taken with 27.7 seconds left.
knocking at the door of the end zone.
They are near around the 3-yard line. 26-20, the lead for Pittsfield. It's about the 3.5-yard line. What do you go with here if you're Coach McAnally? I mean, I know the conventional wisdom would tell you probably to give it to Giannone here and see if he can rumble forward.
Right, but
he's
been stopped a bunch
I wouldn't
of
be afraid to throw that quick hitter to Marr and see if he can make something happen.
That might be but 4th down, I mean, season on the line, or not, I mean.
Game on the line, yeah.
Game on the line.
Of course, they still would have to make the extra points, even if they score.
Even if they score, even with the score, yes.
27.7 seconds left, 4th and goal. Porta fans rise to a roar. The Saki fans are on their feet across the way as well. The sideline is saying they're giving out conflicting signals. Don't make noise. We're on offense. McAnally is under center. Wishbone formation behind him in the backfield. McAnally takes the snap, hands it off on the right side. O'Brien is in for the score. In for the touchdown. 23.8 seconds to play, and Porta has tied it up at 26. O'Brien over the right guard that time, out of the wishbone, ties the game up at 26 on a 3-yard run. And now the Sakis call a timeout with the clock stopped. And the timeout that they might have needed, I don't know. To have to go a long way down the field in a short amount of time, but they'll try it here and try to freeze the Blue Jays on the extra point attempt here. O'Brien with the touchdown. 23.8 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Pittsfield takes the Adams Fiber timeout, and they're right back out to the field. Follow the fiber.net fastest internet service around. Again, don't read that out loud, but hey, read that. Tied at 26 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. What a game. Both teams playing a lot of heart out there. And, of course, could be a game deciding two-point conversion here. Single receiver wide to either side. It'll be a wishbone formation again behind the quarterback, McAnally. Hands it off again to O'Brien on the right-hand side, and he is short. Just short of the goal line. Two-point try, no good. And this game is tied at 26. 23.8 seconds to play. Sakis will receive the kick when we come back.
Hey, Abe. Hey, George. You know what? We love beer!
This election year, be sure to make the correct decision and vote jerseys. Over the last 4 years, we have helped put more money back in your pocket with our daily drink specials and incredible food deals. We have also made steaks great again with our partnership with GJY Beef Company. So when you are making your next dinner decision, make it Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, Illinois.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
23.8 seconds left. Game tied at 26 points apiece on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. By the way, you can tell it's a weird year in college football. We have people wearing Illinois and Indiana stuff, and it's like 7 weeks into the season. It's weird.
Yeah, usually they're hiding by now.
21 Taylor Graham and 27
All right.
Foster back for the
Who knows here?
Great time for a return. That's right.
Sakis have not scored a special teams touchdown.
I blame the coaching.
This one's for T. Shaw. See if Tom Shonnery's group can dial one up here. They won't get a chance. This is going to go out of bounds. I don't know if the coach called for the fair catch on the sideline there, but it goes out of bounds. Take any time. And could make him kick again. Let's see. Doesn't look like that's what the Sakis are going to do. They're bringing the offense onto the field. 5-yard penalty here. Yeah, it should be at around, it went out of bounds around the 33. The referee is doing the disco in the middle of the field. He says Pittsfield has chosen to take the ball at the 38-yard line. Clock is stopped. Doesn't appear they're going to call a timeout with 23.8 seconds left. Now they're going to make him re-kick. Yep. Okay, they'll re-kick it. So they'll move it back 5 yards.
That's why I didn't write it down.
Kick it again. You don't write it down.
I was in the
Blue Jays kick off again.
in the process of writing it down there. There's one of the main head coaches right in front of us, and I don't know if you guys can hear him at home, but he
is a knowledgeable human.
He knows a lot about football.
Try to get some post-game analysis with that guy later. 23.8 seconds to play. Not sure what the delay needs to be, but probably at least half a minute or so. All right, here's Morris to kick it off again, trying to keep it in bounds, make the Sakis return and spin some clock here. And he'll boot this one deep. He didn't listen to the coaches.
No.
Taken by Graham at the 25, 30-yard line. Cuts it outside. Graham's still on his feet. Rushes forward near the 40. And that's where the Sakis will have it with 16.6 seconds to play in the half. Lost 12 seconds, gained 2 yards. And from their own 40. Let's see what Pittsfield goes with here in a game that's tied at 26. I think you give it to Foster and see if you can get outside. I don't think you're trying to go to the air here. You know, if you don't want to turn it over here and turn into a score. At worst, you're playing for overtime, right? Pittsfield. That's the worst thing you can do.
You have one timeout, so you could go to the ground once. And
clock is stopped, and they will take the timeout. 16.6 seconds left, and that'll be the final timeout of the fourth quarter. And we're back after this Adams Network timeout.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
.6 seconds left. Clock is stopped, but everybody's out of timeouts. So it's probably one play from the 40. Unless you get out of bounds.
Well, I bet we pass.
Under center is Anderson. He will hand it off to Foster. Foster on his feet. Cuts back outside of the 45. Looking for the sideline. Needs to get out of bounds. Now cuts back to the middle. And he's down to the 49-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play. And they got to run it here. Pittsfield tried to call timeout, but they don't have a timeout. I think Zach Ferguson thought he still had a timeout left because he brought the quarterback to the sideline like he was trying to make a play call there. He's looking at the referee with a little bit of a confused expression here. And he's going to come and talk to the officials and say, thought I had one left. Didn't have a first down, so that wouldn't stop it. Didn't have a timeout. Referees are going to get together and say it is overtime. They're going to put
3 minutes.
3 minutes on the. I've never seen a 3-minute break. I've never seen that. All right, we're headed to the 5th quarter. We'll figure out what's going on when we come back. At overtime, little 3-minute clock running down here. I've never seen this before. Usually they just go and do a little coin flip, decide who's going to get the ball first, and start from the 10-yard line. Last overtime game I remember Pittsfield playing was many moons ago, but I believe Bryce Frieden was a senior. That would have been around the fall of 2007. They played at Hamilton that day, and nobody knew what was going to go on in overtime either. But here, it'll be untimed downs from the 10. And
each team gets a chance.
Hindsight is what it is. Pittsfield perfect on the kicks tonight. 2 field goals, a couple extra points, kicked it. I mean, hindsight again, 27-26 could have been the final, but you never know. And then PORTA-A drove down the field and didn't get the 2-point try. So, and there's some big plays by both of these teams in this one tonight on both sides of the ball. It's been a fun contest.
And I understand going for 2 there.
For Porta?
No, well,
for Pittsfield?
For Pittsfield.
It was open.
It was open. He was open, and I understand it because Porta has went for 2 on every touchdown. So, but they had stopped him, all but 1. So, put some trust in your defense. Kick there, but yeah, hindsight.
Well, after the 3-minute timeout here, they'll bring the captains to the middle, get a coin flip, and see who wants the ball first. If I win that, I defer. Let the other team have it, because I want to know what I need.
Yes.
You could see Marable come through big again here.
Yeah. You defer, get your stop, come in, kick, game over. Or miss, and then we do it again.
All right, Marr and Peterbilt will meet at midfield, and they will arm wrestle to see who gets the ball first. I'll take Peterbilt in an arm wrestle and Marr in a race. Referee says, welcome to overtime. He's also explaining it to the coaches so they understand the rules here.
You have one timeout.
One timeout here. Use it wisely.
Clock's not running, so it will be a dead ball timeout.
The choice is yours and yours alone, as they used to say on Legends of the Hidden Temple. All right, very important coin flip here. Pittsfield will get the call. What do you think he calls? Tails, surely, right? Tails never fails.
Tails never fails.
It also, tails fails, also rhymes. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but.
I got to have a space in there, so. They're looking at the coin.
It is a coin on the ground, and they're talking to Marr first, so it appears that Porta has won it. And
he's deferred.
They'll go away from the scoreboard end, it looks like. Referee will say we're going that way.
We're going to go that way.
And I believe.
And you'll figure it out when they get down there.
Really no signal.
No.
So we'll just guess.
There he did. As he was walking away, he didn't really face us to do it, but that's okay.
Says I don't get paid overtime for this stuff. Pittsfield will have it on the offensive side first, it appears. Told you we thought this one could be a close one, and it's about as close as it could be.
In overtime.
They will get it from the 10, untimed. Of course, no chance to get first downs. Looking for a Pittsfield football. No, they'll get one in. Pittsfield's kind of struggled in this area right here, though. This goal to go.
Yeah.
Has not been a forte of theirs, which is strange because they've run the ball and picked up basically 7 yards a carry on the season, it seems like, overall, 6-7 yards. But yet, when it gets tight, it's been a problem. All right, first and goal from the 10.
It's hard for Foster to get room to operate when everybody's packed in the box there.
Yep.
I don't know.
Porta fans trying to make some noise now.
Sometimes I feel like we go away from Davidsmar when we're going to go.
Double tight set. Graham is the receiver to the right-hand side. Anderson under center from the 10. Keeps the hands warm here. Takes the snap. Hands it up to the deep back in Foster. Foster back to the middle of the field. He's going to have a touchdown right here. Touchdown on the first play of overtime. And now what will the Sakis choose to do here? Kick or go for two? And let's see what the decision is. Surely you would already had in your mind what you were going to do, and it appears they're going to go for two. So the Sakis will go for two to try to not allow Porta to have a chance to win the game. But if they miss it, Blue Jays have a chance to score and win. 32-26 as it is here on the first play in overtime. It's overtime number 1.
The Sakis line up for two.
So they go for two here. Single receiver to the right is Graham. I formation, double tight. And
the Sakis
a lot of
jump.
movement. False start. That'll move it back to the 8 for the 2-point try. And now I think you kick. Right?
I would think, but
well, let's wait and see. Zach Ferguson wants the officials to get together. Porta had a guy close to the neutral zone, but Pittsfield moved. If he wasn't across, it's still a false start. And this will be a penalty against the Blue Jays, of course.
Penalty is encroachment against the Blue Jays.
Half the distance to the goal, to the 1.5-yard line, just like we thought it was the whole time.
Yeah. Well, that's why I write in pencil, guys. That's why I write in pencil.
I use a pen myself. And the Sakis will go for two from the 1.5-yard line. I'd run that old Jesse Davidson right behind
right up the middle.
Perry play.
Yeah.
Hey, Perry, clear some space on that left side, fella. Anderson under center on a big 2-point conversion try. They'll give it to Davidsmeyer along the right side, and he's in for the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion is good.
The 2-point conversion is good, and Pittsfield leads 34-26 in the first overtime. A chance for Porta when we come back.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
All right, Overtime number 1 still underway. Pittsfield on top, 34-26 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard here in the first overtime. Now the defense for Pittsfield looking for a stop. The Blue Jays looking to keep this season going. They'll spread them out 2 wide to either side.
Screenplay.
McAnally is in the shotgun. He's back to pass, looking left, looking to Marr, and it's overthrown. Incompletion. Second and goal. Second down and goal to go for the Blue Jays. Both teams still with the timeout.
All but one completed pass tonight has been to Marr.
He's kind of the main man.
Yeah. Will O'Brien, number 24, caught 1 pass for 4 yards. Other than that, all passes have gone to Marr.
Second down. This time, McAnally will be under center. Hands it off to Giannone. Gets slung backwards. Could have been a late one, but it was on a slow whistle all night. No gain, no loss. And it's 3rd and goal from the 10.
No gain on the play. 3rd and goal, Blue Jays.
Zane Perry got a hold of him there as he was trying to go through the middle and said, "That's about far enough, feller."
Well, the clock is running. It doesn't really matter here. These are untimed downs.
Yeah.
For the sake of the play clock, it is running on its own. 3rd and goal from the 10. 2 receivers to the right. Single man to the left. They'll put Marr in motion from the left to the right. Pitch to him. He's back to pass. Now he's being chased down by Cook. Incomplete. Should be.
Yeah, that could be grounding.
Should be grounding, I believe.
Falls incomplete.
Are they going to say, oh, there it is.
There
That's
it is.
Grounding.
Yep.
There was no man in play, so that's going to be a loss of down.
On the field.
And you're going to see 4th down here, I believe, is what the referee will tell us.
Yes.
It's going to walk it off, yeah. Let's watch this play again by Cook to put the pressure on Marr in the backfield. And Cook with a nice little, little wrestler rolls there, wasn't it?
Intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding is the call.
Against the Blue Jays.
So that will move the ball back.
From the spot.
Yeah, from the spot. But this is going to be back to the 27-yard line, and it's 4th and goal from the 27.
17-yard penalty or 5-yard penalty.
And now the timeout taken by the Blue Jays. Their final timeout here in the first overtime. They'll have it 4th and goal from the 27 when we come back.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
All right, here in the overtime. Porta took the timeout on the Adams Network timeout. They have no timeouts remaining. The Sakis have one. You could come out and see what Porta comes out with and then take a timeout with the clock not a factor here. It is 4th and goal from the 27 following the intentional grounding penalty. Winner finishes the season 4-5.
As a coach, I think you call that timeout to let your team know that keep their head up. And
I wouldn't open that for a while.
keep their head up and stay positive, even though you just took a big penalty there that we've made up. You know, we had a 24-yard run earlier, so there's no reason to hang our head here.
Yeah, need to be in a little more of a prevent as they have the back Lawson up now. McAnally is back to pass. Runs into his running back. Heaves it downfield toward the end zone. It is incomplete. Broken up by Grattan, and that'll do it. That'll do it in this contest. And Pittsfield will win 34-26 in overtime to finish the season at 4-5. PORTA-A finishes with a record of 3-6 on the season. We take you to the Logan Ag post-game show. We have final stats. We'll also name our player of the game. The Sakis win this one in overtime. Back after this.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Kepi. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
Best Systems Auto Sales, located at 802 West Washington Street in Pittsfield between Best Systems Car Wash and O'Reilly Auto Parts, is the place to go for your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Check out this deal from Best Systems Auto Sales. This 2019 Jeep Compass Limited is priced to sell at just $22,500. With only 29,000 miles, leather interior, and new tires, this vehicle is ready to roll off the lot today. Contact Best Systems Auto Sales to take a test drive. 217-939-7664.
Well, it's finally starting to feel like fall. Well, today, but maybe not tomorrow. But if you need something for the season, whether it's clothing, maybe some heaters, hunting gear, outdoor power equipment, or snacks for you and the pets, it's on sale now through October 27th. That's right, you can get 25% off all Wrangler Retro men's and women's jeans. Or you can get $8 off total savings on 40-pound bags of Heartland Harvest dog food. Get this padded swivel blind chair for under $50. And buy a select DeWalt outdoor power tool and get a free battery plus a $20 gift card. And no matter what space you have, we have a heater for you that's on sale.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome back on the Logan Ag post-game show. Final in this contest is a 34-26 win in overtime for the Pittsfield Sockies over the PORTA-A Central Blue Jays. Sockies finished the season with a record of 4-5, and PORTA with a record of 3-6. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking is, wouldn't Pittsfield still have an outside shot at the playoffs at 4-5? Well, a year ago, maybe six teams at 4-5 made the playoffs, but it's a completely different playoff picture this year. And I think you could actually see some 5-4 teams with some lower playoff point totals not qualify for the playoffs, depending on what happens in some key Week 9 games. Either way, Pittsfield finishes the season with a 3-game winning streak, and the big play on a pass breakup in overtime on 4th and goal from Hayden Gratton helps seal the deal. And Justin's got to look at your final stats.
Start with the PORTA Blue Jays. Had 20 first downs on the night. Rushing, they had 51 carries for 216 yards. Led by Will O'Brien, number 24. Had 17 carries for 88 yards, and followed up by number 21, Dane Giannani. Yeah, I don't know why I can't say that all of a sudden. He had 21 carries for 74 yards. And number 5, Drew Marr, had 8 carries for 42 yards. On the passing side of things, Lane McNally threw the ball 17 times and had 8 completions for 132 yards. 128 yards went to number 5, Drew Marr, who had, 7 catches on 11 targets. The other catch was to Will O'Brien for 4 yards. They were penalized for 70 yards on the night, 8 times for 70 yards, and had 2 turnovers. Sockies had 14 first downs tonight. Did most of all the work second half on the ground. 28 carries for 253 yards, 108 of those yards coming in the second half. Lane Foster, number 27, had 12 carries for 119 yards. Kind of a slow night, but still a very, very good year for that young man. Number 36, Jesse Davidsmeyer, a good year for him. He finished the night with an even 100 yards. It's going to put him close to 1,000, like 900 and some yards on the year. And number 3, Hayden Gratton had 2 carries for 34 yards. Saki's completed 1 pass, Jonas Anderson 2, Taylor Graham for 11 yards. They were penalized 3 times on the night for 20 yards and had 2 turnovers, pair of fumbles. And that is our stats for the evening.
Time to take a look at our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And how about the kicking prowess of Bodie Marable tonight? 2 big field goals in this contest. One from 30 yards. The
One
other
from
one
30
from,
and 26.
6 yards.
Yep.
And they both had plenty of leg on them. Bodie Marable going to be our player of the game in this one. That's going to do it from Petersburg. For John and Justin, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us tonight as Pittsfield beats PORTA-A Central 34-26 in overtime, another Central Illinois Sports presentation.